Alright, and welcome back to Lizards and Locations. We are doing our Pillars of Creation episode 7. Anyone have any announcements or other things you would like to talk about before we get headed into that intro?
John changed his shirt.
I did.
This is true. This is the same day that we did our previous episode.
You realize it looks like you changed your shirt, too.
You also look like you changed your shirt.
I felt awkward, but I also needed to call him out.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll sink the ship just to kill the captain.
And so it is done.
Let's all look at his tits, guys.
Hold on, come here.
Ooh.
I think that's a great. I think at that it's a good time to cut to the intro. Last time, on Pillars of Creation, the adventurers had come down at request of Kelrin to assist with some logging that had been requested. Okay. Alright. I'm not Matt Mercer. You can't just make fucking faces at me and expect me to keep a straight face.
I'm stop that when he starts talking.
That's true. That's on me.
Anyway. At which point, we were revealed to... See, now you got me fucked up. Now we were introduced to Calrin's apparent sibling. And,
Deandra, right?
Yeah, Deandra. And, also apparent princess to the Elven tribes and Elven kingdoms. It was a terse and bickering interaction, but it was fortunately interrupted by a large troll attack. Because everyone knows you'd rather be fighting trolls than watching a family squabble in front of you.
I know, I would.
Fair point.
Which is why I put it in my Dungeons and Dragons game.
You're like, my least favorite thing.
I'm gonna make everyone suffer. After which, the trolls were dealt with. The confrontation was at least put on hold. And our adventurers settled down in the camps to try and get a good night's sleep. Unfortunately, they might get a bit more than they bargained for in that situation because as we were ending our last session, we pulled back to reveal one of the Knights of Tiamat, lulling the camp into a not-so-serene sleep. And we're going to kick off right off of that. Now, I would usually say what do you guys want to do, but you are all magically asleep.
I'm fucking sleepy.
Yes.
Am I magically asleep? Or is that just regular asleep?
You
I
were
feel like I'm regulars.
You were asleep, but you still heard the music, even if it's subconscious. You are still ensorcelled, as it were.
But doesn't that mean I make a...
Yeah, did we get to make a save?
No, because...
Dream save.
No, because you're already asleep. No, you don't get this.
Dream save.
Dream save. Dream save. Dream save.
If the target is already asleep, they instantly fail their save.
Can I take exhaustion and say I definitely wasn't asleep, that Peter was keeping me up? I think I called him Peter.
You did call him Peter.
He was the best of us.
No. No, Peter gave you the business and now you're asleep too.
Who said I didn't give Peter his business?
I'm saying that you did and therefore you're asleep. My logic is ironclad.
Sure.
Mostly because I don't need logic on the DM.
Fair point.
Now, we had established before the dragon orb was put into the bag of holding, which is currently
Find it.
which is currently in Adi's possession.
Yup.
Well, I'm gonna have you guys roll a succession of saves to see how this exactly goes.
Okay.
Now, the first person we're going to go to, because this was the last person to be seen with it, is Jonas.
Oh, okay.
I'm the last person to be seen with it. Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
So
I see your logic.
we're
Throw it
gonna
down.
have you roll a wisdom save.
Okay. Okay. Fuck. 8.
8 will not do it. So
You sure?
yes, you kind of as these figures walk past. Mary's died.
Sorry. It was the, are you sure?
It's fair. As these figures walk by you, past your post, you're none the wiser, peacefully sleeping as your tent is ransacked. Apparently they didn't find what they were looking for because they moved on to the next tent, and the next tent, and the next tent, until they find Adi's. However, before they get to Adi's, the two of you should make some wisdom saves as well.
No, we were on guard, the two of us, or they just checked our tent while we were on guard.
Just so the two
Sleep.
of them, you're real asleep.
Yeah, Des, you're going to make this check with disadvantage.
Shit.
Do I get to make a disadvantage check?
No.
They're not-
Actually, yes, you do get a disadvantage check. You are at disadvantage. Damn it. I thought you were going to ask me something positive. I immediately was like, no.
You're gonna roll again?
Do I get to roll again?
He said us to, right?
You get to roll.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
he
I
already
already
rolled.
rolled. I failed.
Also.
Yes.
I see. I heard TWO.
I heard TWO as well.
Okay, that's fair.
Save though?
Well, the reason why I said that was because they ended up at Adi's, but I was like, but also you two
Yeah,
should
that's
make
you two.
saves.
Oh, see, I thought you meant those two.
Those two.
Yeah.
Far end of the table.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
3.
Nice. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage 14.
Not quite.
Shit. Shit!
21.
21. So,
It's the one thing I'm good at.
yeah.
Thanks.
So,
You had 21 wisdom save.
Yeah.
Where does you say that?
Plus
So-
7.
That's good. +5.
it's like, you're kind of, like, you're in your dream space, and you're kind of doing whatever it is you want to do. You can kind of, what are you dreaming about? Let's hear it.
Peter did a pretty good job, so we'll say I'm dreaming about.
So you're still in there.
So.
Alright.
Peter's Peter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Peter's Pecker.
Yep.
You get the Peter jingles from Peter's Peter.
Anyway, halfway through dreaming about Peter's Peter, you hear like that kind of distant rustling you get when someone's trying to wake, when something is happening in your vicinity, but you're asleep, so you don't really. And it happens again. It happens again, and then there's a loud crash as everything that is in your bag of holding comes crashing to the ground, and you look up to see a large black dragonborn upending your bag of holding.
they
No,
do that?
what happens to the jar of pickled
Oh.
stuff?
Yeah, if you take the bag of holding and you turn inside out, everything falls out.
Oh, okay.
What happens to the jar of pickled stuff?
The same thing that happens to everything else in the bag of holding, and that it falls to the ground.
And is intact.
Sure. Let's say that it lands on top of a bunch of other stuff and is fine.
Sweet.
So now you're kind of looking at this large black dragonborn in plate mail as he is kind of awkwardly holding a bag of holding, and you both look at each other.
That's going to be good.
What happens to the potion of slowing?
Just assume that nothing breaks.
I actually wanted that one to break.
Yeah, no, nothing is broken.
Can you break, like, nothing except this specific thing for me?
No.
Yep.
After about 4 or 5 moments where you guys are looking at each other and no one reacts, he looks down and sees the dragon orb
I
glowing
cast
gently.
slow. I haven't
Make an
prepared.
initiative roll.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's
You better roll nat 20.
I rolled a nat 20, so you better.
No, it doesn't
No,
matter.
it
Not
wouldn't
if there's
matter.
7
Doesn't
dexterity.
really matter. 12.
12. Okay. So the dragonborn kind of like panics, hooks the dragon orb with his foot and kicks it out of your tent like a freaking football
Fucking fuck.
or soccer ball, I guess. And
Slow was the wrong one to cast anyway, but I cast slow.
and okay, well let's resolve that because you did cast a spell, and it works pretty well. Is there a advantage for it to roll at a higher level? Do you know?
Time around up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 4-foot cube.
So there's no advantage to being rolled at a higher level?
I don't think so. I cast it as a level 3 spell.
Okay.
You could expand the area
it
of
doesn't-
selection.
No, it's the
It doesn't say
the resolution to this is that it is cast at a higher level than its usual. That is the resolution. So if there's no actual bonus besides the fact that it's harder to counterspell, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about higher, like
Yeah,
higher
it doesn't.
level.
Well, and does it allow him to make a saving throw?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw.
And I just kind of cast it in the 40-foot cube, so if there are people past my tent in that 40-foot cube, can it affect them?
Yes, yes it will.
Because it doesn't say that I have to see them.
It is not bound by a tent at the very least. So yes, it would affect them were they there. However, he does roll a 17 for his wisdom roll.
Was there anyone outside the tent that might have been averted?
There was. I'm going to roll for him as well. And he fails miserably. So, as he kind of kicks the dragon orb back, you hear outside, "Hell yeah!"
So,
As he kind of, and it kind of lowers.
Oh no!
so his speed is halved, and he's got a -2 to AC and Dex saving throws, and it can't use reactions.
Okay. And
Oh,
I believe I'm allowed to make a save at the end of my turn every time? Or is it just
At the end of each of its turns.
end of each turn? Okay.
It also can only take an action or a bonus action, not both.
Yeah, it's pretty good. This is what level spell is this?
3.
That's right, you do have a level 3 spell.
And it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Ooh.
Oh wow,
Damn, that's
okay.
brutal.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a really good spell.
That's
Fuck.
a really good spell.
Haha, Butcher, you little bitch.
Hey now.
Okay, so there's a lot. There's even more information. Butcher doesn't cast spells, does he?
No,
No,
definitely
when I was a
not.
Then
barbarian.
you don't need the next
I
paragraph.
love how we all
You're
just
good.
knew it was the butcher.
It's because he did his Butcher voice.
Hell yeah! It's
Anyway,
true.
the yelling of Butcher definitely allows the three of you to make another wisdom save. This time without disadvantage for Tez. No?
6.
Okay.
Oop. Non-natural 20.
Okay. So Dez is awake. And even if you're not awake, at this point, we're going to roll initiative.
I rolled 11 just now.
Alright, so 11 for Jonas.
No, 11 for the...
Oh, for the...
Yeah.
Oh, I already have an
What's
initiative,
it?
right?
yeah,
12?
we can use that.
12.
Okay.
And we did not take a long rest?
No. But we did take a short rest.
But that doesn't give me spells back. So.
True.
But if you needed hit points, it
I
allows that.
didn't need hit points. But I still have the extra stuff from aid, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I should
You
roll
all still
initiative.
have the extra max XP from it.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
I know. I was all healed up.
Alright,
I'm
so
not getting-
anybody
I'm
over
not
20
getting
for initiative?
Not this time.
Not this time. Over 15.
15.
17.
Okay, so Dez with
Thanks.
17.
Showing me up like that.
Jonas with 15.
At least this time I'm gonna get a freaking 4!
And what was Whispers?
14.
14.
Not sure why I had slow set up, but apparently
Good for you.
I was into that.
Good choice.
It might be one of my
Good
always.
choice, too.
So, as you see Butcher you hear Butcher get slowed, you also hear a female voice be like, "God damn it!"
That's her catchphrase. God damn it, Butcher.
God damn it, Butcher. Her catchphrase is "You're done," but that's fine too. All right. So we're going to go from the top, which is Siamtak, who is in your tent and has a halberd and is gonna try and kill you.
Black Dragonborn, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Frick.
Very large black dragonborn, though not as large as you've seen him sometimes.
Can we
Oh,
say I
so
scrambled?
Not fully aroused.
He's not fully empowered, yes.
Can we say that
My
I
boyfriend.
definitely scrambled to my
Whispers in
feet?
Hmm. What's that?
That I definitely scrambled to my feet while I cast slow?
No. You definitely did not. You cast slow is what you did.
Yeah, I did.
Which is fine. But he is going to make some halberd attacks, the lowest of which was a 21 to hit.
Fuck.
Rough.
Those hit.
He's pretty good at the hitting you with a thing.
Ass.
So take 20 damage.
Rough.
I'm so glad I was fully healed.
Do we want to make a map for this, or
We can make a map for it, absolutely, once we all are kind of involved.
This? Okay. I think so. We could probably have those tents out and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that actually apply?
It didn't. Thank you for pointing that out.
What's that?
It didn't apply. I have to figure something out.
Well, next up is Dez's turn, who is awake.
All right.
So what do you want to do, Dez?
How close are the like Jonas?
You tell me. Or them? They are... Jonas is spread out throughout, so he's probably at a camp, I want to say 20 feet away.
Mm.
Yeah, it's out in guard.
Mm-hmm.
Same with
And I'm
Whisper.
next- I'm
Whisper
next
was
to
probably at a unless they were doing guard together, which I
We-
don't think they would.
We were, weren't we?
We were.
Were
Yeah.
you doing that?
Yeah,
Okay,
we
well
were.
then they were right next to each other.
The good news
Shit.
is
I stand corrected.
I was wearing armor.
Yes, that is good. That is good
And
news.
I was too this time.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not naked peeing.
I definitely have sex in my armor because I'm a military woman.
I assumed you finished having sex and then put your armor back
I
on.
figured you just had your boots on, really.
Yeah, like Ace.
Boots are made for walking.
Hey man, he's got those boots of speed. Or boots of haste,
All
I
right.
should say.
Do I notice like where I'm at right now? I just woke up, so I'm still in the tent, right?
Yes.
All right. Like I'm gonna go out of the tent just a little bit, which I'm assuming is like 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Peek out. Do I see like kind of what's going on? Like
You can see in the light because of how everything is set up around a circular. They're all there's like little camps, and each one is set up around a campfire. And you look out and you see Butcher, who is like slowly reaching for a glowing orb that's sitting on the ground about 10 feet away from him. Like he looks like he's moving through molasses, essentially.
right.
Fun fact: the material that you could use is a drop of molasses.
I know.
It's fantastic.
Ah.
You don't see anyone else though.
Yeah. Because like on one hand,
You did hear another voice though.
I have to do it. All right. So Dez is gonna. Dez is going to cast Pass Without Trace
Mm-hmm.
on herself.
Okay. Does that have a verbal component?
Oh, that's pretty shit.
It does.
That is bullshit.
Right?
I don't make the
You
rules.
think a sneaky spell would not have a verbal
All
component?
right. So
But it
how
could be
far
like
away
a
am I from them?
whisper.
Are they like literally right next to me?
They're in the tent to across. Like you're here, boom, boom. They're
So
here. You're maybe 15 feet away.
So they would absolutely see me if I left.
It would be very likely, however, they are not focused on you, and also it's dark. Like there is a fire going, but you know, there are ways around that situation if you're really dedicated to exploring
I
them.
mean, are
Okay,
verbal
so
components
actually,
loud?
now that you mentioned that there's a fire, that makes an interesting thing.
Mhm.
So Dez is actually going to take her tinderbox and throw it into the fire to create an explosion.
Just a tinderbox.
It will create something, right? Wouldn't it like kind of boom a little bit, like something?
No,
we
'cause
definitely hear the smack of it entering the fireplace.
yeah, tinder. a tinderbox, like I know they say, like a tinderbox is like a colloquial term for something that will explode, but tinder usually is just quick burning. It doesn't usually explode.
Well, it says holds flint, fire, steel, and tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just rocks and wood.
Yeah.
So it would make a smack.
Yeah, they would hear it, but it wouldn't be any more effective.
Oh, actually, you know what? Even better. Even better. All right, here's what I'm actually gonna do. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, how much of an action would it take to use a signal whistle? Is that a
fucking free action?
Is that a free action? All right. So Dez is gonna notice this. Blow.
Nice.
Into the signal whistle, and be like, "Everybody up! We're getting raided."
Okay, that'll do it. You guys are awake. Not even gonna make you make a save for that. So,
I just realized I had it right above the tinderbox. Like, let's go.
Just
That's
like
pretty
1
good.
minute, I'm like, next minute, I'm like, oh Jesus!
pretty much.
You almost fell
And
right
this
in
is
the-
going to hit
No, I
them
hit my knee on
with
the
a
ground.
couple of force
No.
bolts.
Okay. At this point, I think it's a good time to set up that map.
Okay.
Alright.
Excellent. All right.
All right. So we've got us all set up now. Dez is about to fire some force bolts at some motherfuckers. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna first do Hunter's Mark on the. Is that the blue dragonborn out there?
Which one are you looking at? That is Butcher. That is a white dragonborn.
So the blue is the one that loot.
Alright, so CM Tuck is in the tent.
Yeah,
That's-
the shield. The old whisper.
Alright, so I'll put it on the Butcher for now,
I
actually.
think that's what we're using originally.
All right.
For the black dragon one.
Hunter's Mark, you said? Nice. Fuck. He's thinking.
It goes through, but you're gonna have to make a concentration check every round in order to keep it going.
Ah, damn. Brutal.
I like it.
All right.
Are you gonna put the concentration
I
ring
am.
on there? Or you just
Oh,
gonna
he's
play
on
with
it. He is.
I got it in my hand.
He's
He's
just
on it.
fingering that hole.
Yeah, well,
Looks, it's instinctual. Okay.
you can blame him.
See a hole? I gotta jam my fingers
Just-
in it. Definitely didn't learn anything correctly from our childhood. Anyway. Rape whistle blown. Hunter's Mark
I'm gonna move
concentrated.
a
Oh
little.
shit, it's my dog whistle.
I'm gonna move a little closer because I want to hit her too with a force bolt.
You can't see her.
Oh, I can't see her. Okay. Then that might change actually how I was, because I initially when I saw the map getting set up, I saw the two, or I thought there was the two next to each other. So I was like forcible, full sport. But I might actually.
You don't know he's in there.
Yeah, I don't know he's in
Fair.
there. So
Fair.
Just light Butcher up.
Especially as a human. with
yeah, I'm gonna.
You assume there's somebody in there because you hear things coming from that tent.
ruffling.
And you see the orb that you know that Adi had on the ground outside of her tent. So, like, you can kind of assume something is happening, but you don't necessarily know that he's there.
So here's what I'm thinking. All right, net bolt, regular bolt, force bolt. No, net bolt, force bolt, because I already used bonus action to do Hunter's
Yes,
Mark.
makes sense.
Net bolt, force bolt. That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
All right, that's gonna be a 24.
24 will hit.
And then Force Bolt, make a strength save against.
He's pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a 19.
Alright, well. I'm pretty sure you still take the 1d10 though.
He does.
Nice.
You would be correct in that
Yes.
assessment.
And he's still netted. Fuck you.
He is netted.
God. Alright, so let me roll that. Fucking. That's it. Am I crazy? It's not 7d10. That's what I'm thinking.
So he is now restrained.
Nine. Woo!
9 damage?
Let's go.
Alright. 9 damage to Butcher. All set?
I'm all set.
Alright, Jonas, it's your turn, and I want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
To see if you notice our bardly friend.
Oh, it's not great. It's an 11.
That it will not do it.
So I just see Butcher then,
You
correct?
see Butcher, and you see an open flap to Adi's tent where you can kind of see some flashing
Okay, I can
as the fire kind of glints off of Siamtak's armor.
I'm watching as Des is shooting some bolts
Yeah,
out.
so, and you like wake up and you see poof, poof.
Okay. I'm going to run adjacent to Butcher. So in between the log and the fireplace. Yeah, just like that.
I got you.
I'm going to go ahead, take Trident out, stab.
Stabby stab.
That is 13 plus 6, 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Just looked at this. With the -2 from slow, that does hit.
Okay.
Oh god, I forgot.
He's fucking beefy as shit.
Oh god.
That wasn't great. So just because you probably need, in case you have any resistances, 4 piercing,
Mm-hmm.
and then 4 frost or cold.
Okay.
Shouldn't have any resistances until he rages.
He is a white
Dragonborn,
dragonborn.
So
Oh, the cold.
He does have resistance to cold.
no problem.
You are like, I'm pretty sure at some point we've learned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also the
Some
wrong
dragon.
person to fight him too.
Some dragon.
Also, I would know that.
You would know that. All right.
As far as, do I want to do a bonus action? No, I'm gonna stay where I am right now.
Okay.
I should have put Divine Smite on that.
Every
Well, I
time
can actually, because Divine Smite happens after you hit, right?
Does it?
I'm
I'm pretty sure it's an empowerment that you do for.
It could be.
I think you
It
can
could be
apply it
after.
after a
I think
hit.
Divine Smite's
When
up.
you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant to your target and 1d8 as
Does it have a cast time?
bonus.
Okay, so you use your bonus action.
Yeah, it's part of my, what do you call it?
Okay.
That's the reason why I'd
And it's not a spell, just,
consider
it's just my
so it's
paladin
that's pretty
ability.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just decide you're gonna.
I
hit
do use a
harder.
spell slot, so however you want to tackle that.
You
with
mean
shack-
for unshackling?
Yeah.
It's not necessary. Like, you guys assume that it's a spell type of thing. It's channeling any type of magic from,
Okay.
from another plane.
Okay.
That's the thing that happens.
I don't have to roll for it. I rolled it.
So
back,
because you get
yeah.
your energy from another plane, it does apply.
Okay. What a catch,
But you're
John.
fine. Oh no, I rolled my cracked dice.
Oh.
5 plus 4 is
No,
9.
it's
9 radiant damage.
Well, he's not resistant to that.
Think. Well,
You did first level. So you
Okay.
click off of
Spells, right?
slot. Yeah, spell slot.
There it
Alright. How do you want to? No, I'm just kidding.
can you imagine?
He's
I'm
not dead yet. Can you
Spell
imagine?
timing.
Yeah, because
Can you
barbarians you
imagine?
put strength and constitution, so you're gonna have a lot of health points.
Yes, true. I've gone from making him into a player
What
character
else
style build
possible?
into now he
Is
has
it
a
any
monster stat
advantages
block.
to us? Like,
But yes, he is
Fighting him?
essentially a barbarian.
Cool.
I know he's like disadvantaged.
It just makes it easier to keep track of.
Dex
Yeah.
saves and
All in
stuff.
one spot.
I think it's disadvantages for him.
Alright, that will end my turn
His
with that.
AC's
So.
Alright, after Jonas is
No.
Whisper.
Can't use reactions.
Am I also rolling perception to see if I see?
Oh, let's see.
My
You are.
blue girlfriend?
Bonus.
You do.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not terrible. What's
It's
my?
pretty-
Where's my ding dang? What indeed is my ding dang? I was still open on that dolphin picture.
Terrible.
15.
That's pretty great, actually.
15's not quite enough.
But
So you are not aware of the blue dragonborn.
all right, I'll
Can't see
run
blue
up
balls.
and I will hunt the orb over to Des.
I
Where
don't
is
think you
the
can
one?
reach it from here.
You don't think so?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No.
You can get the other.
You can get there. You can get here.
You can be in the conversation for it.
The orb is right here.
Let's see.
Oh, where's that? Sorry, it's right. Okay, right next to him.
He's literally like He would-
Right?
right next to him. Right next to
there.
him. Right there.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Nice.
You know what? I don't want him to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll dash to punt it away.
Or dash to like scoop it, throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can dash and then use half your movement to pick it up, right?
Isn't interacting
I'll
with
allow it.
something a free action?
I will allow using half of a movement from a dash to pick up an orb. Especially because the person in front of it is slowed. So you now have the orb. He's the snitch. You will unfortunately have to make a charisma saving throw because you're dragon touching a dragon orb.
Oh shit.
That's fine. Let's do it. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I don't think it's gonna fucking thrall me, baby. Charisma save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
DC at 35.
That's a non-natural 20.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're fine.
I am gonna like take a moment to be like, holy for how pretty you are. Nope.
Precious.
So
Like
I have
that-
a second.
Like that scene in
Lord of the
the
Rings?
Fellowship where he's like that's what I was saying. But like the scene where he's giving it to Bilbo and he's like, yeah, you can go ahead and take it. It's fine. I'll be fine. And then he goes,
Oh yeah.
That.
Oh shit.
Just
That
like-
was a scary face.
oh,
I was
no.
so scared of that face.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Pretty
That's
bad.
up there with Hocus Pocus. Anyways.
Audie's turn.
RUSs. Oh, crap.
Rather than usual
I'm kind of
sizes.
stuck, huh?
You're kind
Well,
of
you're
in a
in
bad place.
I'm
yeah.
like, you're in a canvas tent, right? So like, you're not really
Good
like
point.
backed in a
Good
hole.
point.
You can Zorro your way out there.
You're not in some cave. You definitely have options. It's just whether or not you can get away with the
Is it
reaction
a
attack.
double-sided tent where you can run out the back, or do I need to slash the tent?
You will need to slash the tent.
I use my spear probably to slash at the tent.
Okay.
I think I have a spear.
So you're using a piercing weapon to make a slashing attack?
There's blades on it. I mean,
It's a blade. I poke it in and pull it down.
Yeah.
It can slash. It's like a dagger if I hold it.
Make
I got dagger.
an attack roll with disadvantage. Because if you don't get a good roll, I'm going to have him make an attack roll against you. Because you're not paying attention to him while he's hitting you with a
Oh
helmet.
man, I also have a shield, so I am paying attention to him. I'm not just like, oh, you're a dude next to me. I rolled very poorly.
I see that.
3 and a 2. But I do have a shield up.
I mean, you're not going to... It's not an automatic hit. He still has to hit you. But he's going to get the opportunity to when he doesn't. Because he ruled 2.
Only 2.
Been there.
Oh,
Yeah.
twinsies.
He's a halberd, you said?
Yeah.
He's fucking swinging a halberd inside a small tent?
He's jabbing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Whew, that'd be hard.
He's proficient. He can
Yeah.
slash or pierce.
So yeah, I cut the tent open.
Okay.
And go out of the tent.
So you just want to go back like this?
Sure.
You just ruined that tent.
Kind of to the side so I can see what's going on.
You see Butcher getting kind of ganged
Smacked
up
a bit.
on. He's like slowly kind of trying to get through the slow. As he's covered in a tent, he's stabbed with Jonas' halberd. It's just a bad time to be Butcher right now.
And he's also netted.
That's what I said.
Oh, right.
And what did stabbing the tent count as?
My bad.
What do you mean?
Attack, right?
An attack? Like
Yeah, it
an
was
action?
an attack. Yeah, it was an action.
Sure.
You-
Yeah, it's a little awkward. It's okay. Oh, you know, Ace Ventura out of the freaking rhinoceros? Jesus.
Does anybody that I can see look to be pretty bloody from our last fight?
Or he uses the tongue to get.
What do you mean?
Like, are any of my friends bloody looking?
Are you guys
This
bloody,
is
are
a
you guys
little
bloody
rough.
looking?
This is a little rough.
I don't think I can see this.
That depends. Did I get a long rest?
You got a short rest.
Yeah,
I got the short rest from before.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't roll.
You
any
didn't get a
hit
long
points.
rest, no. This is
Yeah, so I mean I've got enough hit points.
Sure. Anybody bloody?
On a scale of 1 to 48, I'm a number that's higher than half.
I'm gonna smack you.
32.
48.
I'm also above half of mine, which is 50.
The temporary boost.
I'll
I'm usually
save
at
it.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Save it for now. Yeah, we can see. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see all three of my buddies now?
Yeah. Well, yes, because you saw you could feel where the force bolts came from, so you look over to where you think Des would be, and there she is.
Does she have to do a perception check to see?
Is she looking for her?
Line of sight wise, she would be right there, right?
You would think that, but there's
Okay.
things being applied
Okay.
here.
Okay.
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
Does that only affect friends?
Well, people that I select.
Okay.
Unless you're undead. Anybody undead? Constructs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Unreal, I believe.
I do believe in fairies.
Even if you were a robot, you'd still be real.
True.
Shit.
And there it
Wow.
goes.
I watched you think you rolled and then pull
It
it back
got
to
stuck
actual...
on my finger. Anyways, that's 5 whole hit points.
We've all learned a cat sticky.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah, you each get 5 whole hit points, baby.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully.
That cat has magic hands.
I didn't see that, don't worry.
It's fine. I rolled a 4.
Okay, that's really good. Is that on D4?
Out of 4, yeah.
Yeah.
It really does not want to cast that.
All right. Well, you've now cast
Mass Healing Word.
Mass Healing Word.
And that's the end of my turn, sorry.
Okay.
D&D Beyond needs to be relit.
Alright, next up is the Blue Dragonborn. And she will do some cool shit, I'm pretty sure.
This is what she's currently playing.
She's pretty good.
Alright, she's going to see Jonas kind of run up and stab Butcher. And she's going to, and you're going to hear a note that she strings along a violin just pierce through your brain. And you're going to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. 21. 15 plus 6.
21 will do it.
And like all charisma.
Yeah. However, you are now aware of her because you could hear where the note came from, and you turn to see her.
So I hear it's like discordant. Feel?
Essentially.
Okay.
I didn't want to call it discordant because I have an actual ability called discordant note that she plays.
Okay.
But that's not the one that I did because this is technically a taunt. But
Okay.
you went through it, so it's not a big deal. All right, so she's going to kind of like look at you like, unfortunate. Take out a crossbow and try and shoot you.
Okay. AC 18 out of the.
Does a 6 do it?
No, it's about 1/3 of it.
So she is basically done that, shot you, and is now.
Do I notice her now that she's shot a crossbow?
Maybe perception check
No,
around.
you don't.
Even though it tinged off armor?
Yeah. It didn't.
Shield,
Technically, it didn't ting off armor. She
Oh.
missed.
Oh. Alright. Fair enough.
Now, if he alerts you to her, then you can make a perception check to try and find her.
Yeah, if he has
If he thinks to do so.
if he thinks to do so.
All right. That picked up real quick. Next up is Butcher.
I'm getting music played at me.
That's essentially what's happening. Well, to surprise absolutely nobody, Butcher is going to become extremely angry that everyone is shooting / stabbing him.
What? No, come on.
And
Chill out, my guy.
Cool it, bro.
and you said the rule of slow is that he can only make 1 attack per turn?
Yep.
Okay. Then he can only attack or move.
He gets no reactions, right?
Well, he can move, he just can only attack or do his... He can only use a bonus action or an action.
No reactions.
And in that action, you can only do 1 attack.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Fucking good spell.
I know.
Very underestimated spell, just to be clear.
spell.
Slow is good.
Does he get to
The only
keep
spell
making a
of
save?
that level that's better than slow,
Yeah, he gets
It's
a save
haste.
at the end of each
Haste
turn.
is really
Oh.
good
and
too.
the only one that's better than haste is Fireball.
Yeah.
Fireball's overpowered. Anyway, the butcher is going to try to hit Whisper, who's right in front of him, and she also has the orb.
Monsieur
It's
Charcuterie.
fair.
Sakite.
Oh, sorry, Monsieur.
Monsieur Sakite.
There you go. The butcher.
Mr. Butcher.
Sorry to anybody who actually speaks French, because I'm sure that was wrong.
It's going to be a 25 to hit.
Brutal.
He has a giant maul, so yeah. I guess giant maul is kind of redundant.
And I don't know where the other two are.
Now, was he able to attack with a net around him?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
What's that?
So what does the net do, actually?
I believe it causes.
It
the
gives
action
restrained, which means the creature's speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to its speed.
Oh, I see. So he's just
Attack-
in place.
Yeah, he's just like, but he still has a maul. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking hit this person in front of
Are
me.
attacks disadvantaged or
He does have disadvantage, but he also has a very high roll to
Yeah.
hit.
I see. I see.
So he did have disadvantage.
So there was everything for you. It's just a lot of unlucky.
Yeah, Butcher is pretty. There's two things that Butcher is good at. One is being mad, and the other is hitting something.
I thought one could be butchering, but
He's actually not great at that.
wow.
That involves dexterity?
If I was a bard, I'd take advantage of that, but I'm
Oh my god.
not. Kind of nice guy.
Yeah, the actual art of butchery is pretty
It
important.
involves some really specific dexterity.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I have watched Thorgon Bramsey do his work. Okay.
Okay.
The Thorgon brand?
Do you throw it on Ramsey? Okay.
Let's get that right.
Let's get that right.
Let's go. Okay. All right. You kind of.
You fucking
killing
donkey!
I just
me,
imagine
guys.
Butcher walking out when the bar is missing. Oh, isn't the invisible?
You donkey!
You do okay. All right. So that's gonna be 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm gonna use my reaction since she is 5 feet to use the diagonal of it. To use my what's it called?
Interception.
So it's a D10 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find it, there you are.
4 is better than nothing, my
Sorry.
friend. So 16. And I did not pass that fucking strength save.
So basically, what happens is he was aiming for your arm that was holding the dragon orb.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of like pick it up like,
Remember the troll?
whew, and then, and it just absolutely goes.
Does it fly towards me? I can make a check to.
It flies over here.
Goes into the fire. It's all done.
I don't think that really hurt it at all, actually, but maybe. All right, so that's 20 minus 4, 16 bludgeoning damage. Okay. And he is now enraged with all of the things that means. All right. So it's not a critical hit, so that's not a thing. All right. He has a thing for criticals.
They're pretty nice once you take them on a walk down the beach.
Yeah, that's definitely what Butcher wants to do with anything that exists in the world.
She's got a thing for criticals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
Oh, for posterity, that strength save was in fact a 8.
Okay.
Because
That was
I
not
rolled
good.
a 2.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna. +6. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, because I'm a dragonborn, and I beefed up my strength stat.
All right. So the net thing, I believe that you use it's a strength check to break out of it, and you have to use, I imagine, an action to do so.
I don't know what the rules are as far as.
You rolled a 17 to get out of slow.
That would do it, yeah.
Okay, so he's no longer slowed.
Yeah, I mean, it just has to do a DC strength check to break.
Yeah, DC 10 strength check. 4, 5.
Use its action.
Action.
Use its action.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already he's
It
already
says
used his action.
Action, bonus, or reaction.
Oh, he can use his reaction.
Roll
Nope,
20
sorry.
roll
I
20
wronged.
as action.
I wronged.
You wrong?
I wronged.
That'd be kind of ridiculous.
Action. No, you can use an action, bonus action, or reaction.
And can only use an action to get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
DC 10 or 5 slashing.
Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, it's back up to Siam Tak, who kind of like slashed at you to get you out of that, and turns around, comes out, and just fucking boots Whisper.
Into the fire.
Yeah.
Yep. So he is going to make an athletics roll, opposed by yours.
Alright, we'll see.
23.
18.
Alright. So he freaking comes out, sees you in front of him, and just fucking giant boot right to the chest. And you get knocked into the fire. And he's going to follow that up as well. Well, and then as you're in there, he's going to kind of be a bit more of a dick and swing a halberd at you.
Yeah.
It's going to be 14 plus 8.
22.
So 22.
Did you use your reaction yet?
I don't have Shield of Faith on anymore. So
Ooh,
my reaction
nice.
puts me to a 21.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that does it. Or can I cast it on you? No, it's fine.
It's fine. What could go wrong? Is right. Halberd go hurdy. It's 22 damage as well.
Yeah, we're just sufficiently outclassed here.
She's up.
Unless you decide to burn me with fire.
Oh, you'll burn with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burn.
Just one.
Well,
1 damage.
actually, no.
That's one fire
I don't
damage.
have weaknesses, thankfully.
Yeah. 5th edition doesn't have that kind of stuff anymore.
Unfortunately, though, not for you, but like unfortunately, when fighting monsters, they don't have vulnerabilities as much.
Listen, I will fucking take it for not taking double damage in a fire right now.
Next up is Dez's turn. Let's see, ends his turn.
Well, logic would say go for the orb, but rage over CM Tuck just booting Whisper into the fire says otherwise. So Dez is going to fire 3 force bolts at CM Tuck, and yeah, actually just CM Tuck, really. All 3 force bolts at CM Tuck.
Okay, that's going to hit Butcher as well. I want to say it'll also probably hit Jonas. Because it comes out in a cone.
Oh, could I not straighten it out?
No. You can't, like, focus the force bolt. It's a thing, it blows up in a cone outward.
Well, Dez was mad, so she did it anyways. It's
Okay.
the way it is.
Fair enough, I guess.
It's just the fucking...
That's
I
just
gotta
the
sometimes
way it is.
listen to the rageful muse.
I rolled 2 20s and an 18.
Yeah, those all make it.
Not even with any...
I have to roll 2.
No, yeah, you do have to roll. All 3.
Do I have to roll for Sam Tuck too? Or Butcher?
Yeah, I did. You're right.
This is what type of save, sorry?
Butcher does fail one of them.
Great.
So he will be... What's that?
It's a strength save.
It was a strength save that he rolled a 2 on, and even he can't really
Alright.
make up for that roll.
20 on the first one.
So he kind of gets blown backwards and is knocked prone.
8 on the second. And 9 on the third. So I think I succeeded the first one.
Okay. So you were hit... I'm not going to make you get hit twice and get knocked back 20 feet, but you are knocked back and knocked prone.
Okay.
Right next to Butcher.
How much damage?
I don't know. How much damage?
Only 7.
Oh, thank you.
7 damage.
Only 7.
To.
Fuck.
It's force damage?
Yeah. All force.
Obviously. Alright.
And then I'll use my movement to, I guess, try to run towards the orb.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And I don't think I can pick it up, can I?
No.
Alright. That's my turn.
Okay.
It's like, god damn these fucking...
Jonas is up next.
I'm gonna use half my movement to get up. I'm guessing advantage plus the advantage for stabbing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So disadvantage. Oh, that was about as shit as he gets. $13.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So you kind of jab at him, and he grabs your halberd through the net. And you just see him kind of like act like he's going to try and bite it.
Tried it. Dinner?
Yes,
Mhm.
try it.
You should help her.
Like, your halberd looks tasty.
It's not a trident, idiot.
Or is it try it?
Or it's not a halberd. Bruh, it's fine.
I'm gonna use 2 of my sorcery points to do as he's like doing that, like as he's like trying to bite it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use 2 of my sorcery points to quicken spell magic missile 2nd level down his throat.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Ain't nothing I can do.
Magic missile down.
That is just motherfucking bullshit. 7 plus 4 is 11 force damage.
Okay. It's not nothing.
I rolled 2 ones.
I understand.
Listen, on 3 force bolts, a net, like a max 30 roll, I rolled 7.
I'm glad. I'm very glad. You would have. We do not have time for friendly fire right now with our HPs. All right, I'm going to. Can he attack? Can he use reaction while prone?
Mhm.
Okay.
He has disadvantage, but he already has disadvantage for bringing a net, so fuck it.
I'm gonna run over 5, 10 next to Whisper. So he gets an attack on me.
Alright.
I can use interception if I need to.
Lowest was a 21.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so you kind of like pulls, like after he gets hit in the face by a bunch of freaking force bolts, you just see him like kind of twitch, and you get like the ground kind of like upturns as he swings his mace at you, or his maul at you, and he will do the damages. $14 damage.
All of that piercing? Or
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning? Okay.
Okay. So you're over there now, and you're doing what else?
I'm just adjacent to Whisper.
Okay.
I can't use my action to pull her out. They're already attacked.
Understandable. Next up is Whisper's turn.
Get out of that fire, though. You go where? There? I'm sure Janos will kind of lean out of the way.
I mean, the thing Jonas would say would just get behind me.
Where am I? I'm not going to invoke an attack of opportunity, am I?
If you move this way, no. If you move that way, yes.
Oh, then
Well,
never mind.
move me the way that I don't get attacked.
Okay. So you just go over here.
Bonus action for second wind. Ah. Max, excellent. I will become giant.
Cool. And begin.
And I will action surge to stab 4 times because I think I'm looking at death in the face.
Understandable.
It's a rough roll.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit! Okay, one of them is a 21.
Mm-hmm. This is against
CM top.
21 will hit.
Okay.
You are just so you know, you do have advantage if you stab what's his face. That's on the ground.
Yeah, you would have advantage if you stab Butcher.
I don't.
I would say I got you, but no. I still got you.
3. 5, 6, 11.
11 damage to stand up.
That's pretty good. Compared to what other people are doing right now. We are not rolling well.
Whisper is Audie.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Heroism at level 2. So both of you get Heroism, which means you're immune to being frightened, and at the start of each turn you get 4 extra temporary hit points every single turn.
Okay.
You do have to touch him.
Is it touch?
You touch her.
Can he attack me while he's prone?
Yeah. You just attack me. Hit me.
He can. He already used his reaction for the.
Oh, that's right. So he can. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
There you go. I cast Heroism on both of you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then that's it. That's what I do.
Okay.
Because everything else is an action.
Makes sense. Alright.
Oh, but actually, I tell Whisper to attack again.
Okay.
So Whisper gets another attack.
Who are you attacking? Sandpuck again?
Yep.
If you want, I can order you to attack the other guy.
12.
12 to hit?
No.
12 damage.
18 plus 7.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, a little bit.
12 damage.
12 damage, okay. Alright, so he's looking a little unhappy. Next up after Audie is the Blue Dragonborn. And at this point, there are a few people start like rousing from the tents because it's taken them a little bit longer to get going and get away because they're not like hardened adventurers. But there are a few people.
It's been like 12 seconds. So.
What's that?
It's been like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Are these 6-second rounds or 10-second
Yeah,
rounds?
it's only been.
I'm making
That's
it
crazy. It's
at
only
this point,
been like
I believe
12
10
seconds.
seconds makes more sense.
In 12 seconds, we've nearly come close to death.
Yeah.
That's always so crazy sometimes, and you're like,
It's been 20 whole seconds.
It is a bit of a strange mechanical thing that they're doing with that, yeah. But it's fun. We don't really even need miniatures for these people. We can just represent them by dice. Because why not? So there's some people coming out. Here. There. And we're going to put 3 of them from the large tent. Alright. Ariel, who is looking around like, this is getting a little messy, is going to cast Expeditious Retreat on herself and her 2 allies. So they're going to gain an extra movement, essentially.
Okay.
Running away. I guess you don't have to run.
Well, you get the feeling they have an objective here, and that's not necessarily to kill you. After that, it is Butcher's turn, who, after knocking people about, kind of like gets pissed. And you said it's a DC, is it a DC strength or is it attacking?
It's a strength
DC
check.
check.
Well, it's a strength check, or it's a
Or
slash
slash
to break it.
Okay.
Like,
All right, he's going to basically use his claws that have been sharpened and elongated from when he's raged, and just kind of slash it away.
Okay.
Use half of one of his movement speeds to get up. And then he's going to look at like the fracas around him, kind of like start to grin, and then he sees in the corner of his eye this dragon orb. And he sees it and he just locks onto it, and he is not exactly in the most stable of mindsets, so he's going to basically run through everybody to get to it. That means everybody, if they have a reaction, may use it to attack him.
I've already used it.
Okay.
Hold person.
He is. What's that?
Hold person.
Hold person is in.
I'm a wardcaster, so I can cast hold person on him.
It's a feat.
Read the feat.
Oh,
That's
it's
literally what
yeah,
the
it's
feat
literally-
does.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Can cast a spell as a reaction to attack opportunity. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
oh yeah, one action. Nice.
Oh, it's a great feat.
Scanlan has it.
It's very underestimated.
I'm rolling far too well.
That doesn't sound good.
I rolled a 19. And he doesn't have a bonus or a negative to wisdom.
That breaks it, yeah.
20 to attack from me.
20 to attack. That'll hit.
So it is 7 piercing and 5 cold.
Okay. He's resistant to both of those at the moment, so.
Yeah.
And 7 damage altogether. Alright. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does moving through people count as difficult terrain?
Not for him. He's just sprinting through you guys. And he's also he's taking attack of opportunity. He's not trying to be careful. He ran through the fire. He took fire damage. Like, he doesn't give a shit. And he gets to right in front of Dez, kind of like stares her down because he's just like looking down, and then grumps down and eats the dragon orb.
Does Des not get a chance to? I can't do anything.
If he's sprinting, wouldn't he use his action to sprint?
He has Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
And everyone, and like even his allies, kind of like there's like this pause in the air, like, what the fuck? And like you can see as Butcher like comes back up to his full sight. He's usually like slouched over anyway, so he's like, and like just billows of frost is emanating from his mouth now as like those blue energy just pulses in his chest. He's like, and then he winks out.
Who does?
Butcher.
He does it all in the same turn.
Hmm?
Okay.
Well, did he do it? Was it him?
Okay.
We just don't know. He's gone though.
And the orb's gone too.
The orb is gone as well.
Okay. Okay, who's next?
After Butcher is Siamtak, who kind of looks at the empty space where Butcher was. You can see him kind of like, excellent. And then he winks out as well.
Okay. Who's after them?
After Siamtak is Dez.
Do I notice the blue dragonborn at this point?
I don't think anyone's mentioned her. The only one who's aware of her is Jonas.
It's not my turn, so I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Dez is gonna.
You're a sorcerer. Make it Arcana check.
Okay. It's not too bad. 15 plus 7, so 22.
Okay, that's more than enough. You recognize the winking out from the spell Misty Step, which means that you know that they can't have gone far.
30 feet, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did he still have Hunter's Mark on him?
He does still have Hunter's Mark on him. Which means you know where he is, right?
Yep. It means...
Yes, it does.
Well, it means that...
He's getting specific. He believes it.
Oh, he's that was the ranger.
Yeah.
I know. He believes you. He just getting specific. He wants to react.
Whenever you hit with advantage on any wisdom or wisdom checks, you need to... It says, until the spell ends, you deal 1d6 to the target whenever you hit, and you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival checks you make to find it.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna see if I can find him.
Alright, roll with advantage.
Does a 23 do it?
Absolutely it does.
Okay.
So, not only do you see Siamtok over here behind these trees, you also see right behind him another Dragonborn.
What color? Well, he would know.
Can you see? 23 is pretty good. Yeah, I think you can see. He's red.
Alright, so Dez is going to yell out, "He's gone that way, and there's another one!" And then she's gonna sprint, full dash, over there.
Butcher's over there. Is CM Tuck over there as well?
Siamtak's over here, and a red Dragonborn is there. You have not located Butcher.
That's Butcher right there.
Actually, wait.
Oh, you're right. That is Butcher.
And that's when I have Hunter's Mark.
Oh, I'm stupid. Never mind. I got the wrong ones.
Oh. Oops.
You don't see that red dude.
Okay, so I don't see the red dragon.
Yeah, he only does location at Butcher. He has another location.
Yeah, I
at
don't know.
We're gonna do... The whole freaking gang is over here.
Okay.
Because that's what we got. That's basically what happened. So you see Butcher, Siamtok, and an unknown red Dragonborn off on the trees as they wink into existence off of Misty Step.
Okay. So,
And
how tall are these tents? How tall are these little tents? Can I see over them?
6 feet.
6 feet. So I can't quite see over them.
Maybe 5.5. I mean, you can see over these
Like the
sides
pit-
of it.
I
Like,
can
it's,
see over the
like
pitch,
it's a
right?
tent like this, and the highest point is 6 feet. So like, if you lean to the right and they're right behind it, you'd be able to see it. So
It's-
like from here, you can see them.
It's specific. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and tell you the flavor I'm going for here. Alright, I'm trying to get in range to be able to shoot him in the stomach with a force bolt to make him spit that dragonborn out. That's the flavor I'm
I
going
don't
for.
hate it. I don't hate it. That's a pretty good one. So let's try.
So I was a little pissed when he winked away from me and I couldn't jam it right in his fucking stomach.
15, 20, 25, 30. And you can shoot over that. You have, you're pretty good.
It depends though, because the thing is,
Now, if you're going to try and do something specific like that with the force bolt, I'm not going to give you the automatic hit. You're going to have to roll to see if you hit where you want to in this
because the
situation.
thing is like with a crossbow, you know, the typical range is 30, the extended range is 90, so it's technically a disadvantaged shot to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the roll here?
It's a roll disadvantage.
Just a straight roll to see if I hit with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so that's the first one. Oof. Alright, so that one, first one doesn't hit. I'm gonna go for another one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't think that's gonna do it either. I don't think a base 14 will do it. Right?
14 plus.
No, it'd be 14 total.
Oh, then
Sorry.
no.
14 total won't work.
Then no.
Alright, last force pull. Alright, that's pretty good. That's 22. Let's see if it still holds up. Oh, it fucking rolled! Damn it, that's gonna be 15! Alright. 13. Shit. Fuck!
Alright, now, to be clear, you didn't make him throw up the dragon orb. You did, however, hit all 3 of these people with 3 force bolts. So they're all gonna make strength checks to see if they can withstand that. Do Butcher first. Butcher is fine. And now the unknown man fails miserably. Fails twice, actually. And the Tiamat fails all 3. Okay. So Butcher is just kind of like, and then these 2 fly backwards.
Does that do damage?
Yeah, they do damage. Go ahead. Yes. What much damage did it do?
Alright, so first one is 10. 7. 1. Alright, so it did 18.
Pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Alright. More of those things you got left, dang.
I only have 1 left.
There we go.
I used a lot this fight. I only have 1 left.
Alright. So the Red Dragonborn is up next. So you see him kind of get up in the trees. Like you can barely see him.
Not another one.
Another what?
Really don't think
No.
we're supposed to be able to kill them, Mary.
No. No, just let them run away. I don't care. They can have whatever they want.
That's very whisper.
You say that, and you can see the Red Dragonborn, staff in hand, concentrates on a
No.
large red crystal on the top of it.
Go
He's
fuck yourself.
he just concentrates for now.
Go fuck yourself. Eat my ass.
Is that fucking himself?
Fucking lose your spine. Fuck your rib cage. Eat your own ass. Don't fucking look at me. My hands are up. I'm walking the other way.
Whose turn is it?
Jonas's turn.
I'm gonna do hold person on the bard.
Ooh, okay. What's that say?
Y'all wild and
Wisdom.
Wisdom. 7.
It does not succeed.
Damn it.
So I'm concentrating.
Shit.
I'm concentrating now, just so you know.
Yes.
I'm concentrating too, by the way.
Here's a concentration for you, and a concentration for you,
And good one for our old.
and then a hold. Let's do.
You could just do the magical effect or some shit.
That's
like
what
that.
I'm looking for.
I would probably say, you guys must have noticed by now, Dez is relentless in the chase.
absolutely
Oh,
not.
As
You're on your own.
I see you doing that. That's why I'm.
when
Just
you
relentless
when
in the
you hit
chase.
the hold person,
Yeah.
she does become visible to everybody.
Okay.
So you guys can now
Y'all
see
just
the blue
keep track of
dragonborn.
retaining the blue dragonborn. Des and I'll chase him down, best bro style.
Yeah, Taco will stay out here.
Okay.
Taco's good out here.
Taco.
Taco's good out here.
What's
It's,
Taco?
Taco is a character from the Adventure Zone,
Oh, okay.
and his catchphrase is "Taco's good out here." After another character says Magnus rushes in.
Gotcha.
Magnus rushes in. Taco's good out here.
Yeah, I'll end my turn.
That's how you know they're brothers.
I guess actually before I end my turn, I want to approach the person.
So walk up to her?
Yeah.
Like right up to her?
All the way.
Alright.
Yeah. No,
She's just glaring at you.
Yeah. Done.
Okay. Next up is Whisper.
I'm trying to see if it's balls of steel. I don't know. Des would like it if she was nearby. She's like,
Yeah, I'll walk up with Jonas because I'm not fucking chasing after
Healing
no
potion?
motherfucker.
Healing potion? Healing potion?
What? Why can't we just let them run away?
You don't know that they're going to yet.
They fucking tried! What do you mean?
You still might want to heal it.
I'll tell you what I know! Is that some of us want to continue to play these characters and they don't want to antagonize a bunch of beefed out,
Hey,
outclassed,
you go down.
chromatic
I'll
dragonlords
heal you.
today.
It's fine.
I'm not in the zone, auto zone!
If you go down, I'll heal you. I've got a healer's kit. It's all
It's
good.
been there twice today! I don't want any more! These motherfuckers threw me in a fire!
It's true.
Probably run
I
that way.
don't
You should run the other way, not towards them.
I'm backing you up because you're stupid and you'll get yourself in bullshit. And I'm gonna stab her.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you can. Okay. You can.
Because if they're not gonna let him run away, I'm gonna stab them until they want to run away. Just leave. Get out of here. Use Misty Step.
You,
Beat it.
I want it bounced so badly.
it's not gonna help.
Fucking
I gotta
deuces.
do it like one time.
Just go.
Alright, stab her with advantage.
Oh, that one's advantage. That's fucking 26 and 25.
Yeah, I probably. Yeah, it's gonna hit.
wait a yeah.
First one's 17, other one's fucking 13.
Solid.
30 damage.
The bard's getting her head taken off.
Fucking leave!
Or die.
Oh, my face!
I mean,
Damn it!
she really can't do much at this point.
You're gonna balance, damn it.
Josh doesn't want her to leave. He wants to kill her.
No, I can let them leave.
You're the one who's gonna kill her, apparently.
I'm just fucking bad.
So who's turn?
It's Ariel's turn.
The last time we fought these clowns, we had A's.
Honey, you are a strong, powerful woman.
No, it's not
even
that.
man.
It's not that!
You don't need
Even
the man.
though-
You don't need that man.
Listen, the Pillars of Bahamut didn't land a single hit in that fight, but they were extra bodies, okay? Your girl just took 40 damage in 2 turns. I'm not the one!
I got you.
I only have 40 hit points!
I got you. Hey, you started your turn. You have 4 temporary hit points. So you.
Oh my god.
Alright, the whole person spell means that she gets to get out of it at the end of her turn.
No,
Yeah.
she has to roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
She
it.
rolls
Right.
at the end of her turn.
I hate the spell.
You break it.
So she's not
Hey,
held.
Go!
Her turn's over.
Like, stab her.
Which means it is Butcher's turn. And he looks like he is straining against something to try and run forward, but it's like he's like a freaking dog on a leash, just like as like more energy like is pouring out of his mouth.
Okay.
And that's the end of his turn. So get up. You see him kind of like as he's getting up, he's like holding out something like a ring is pulsating as he's sort of holding it out towards Butcher.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Dez.
What are we holding their attack dog back, please?
And I haven't been making you maintain concentration on that hunter's mark, which I'm regretting immediately.
Did I go?
Didn't you?
Oh, that's right.
Could you?
Should I do a roll for that right now?
The last thing I did was cast heroism over here.
Oh man, I must have skipped you. I'm so sorry. Go ahead now.
It's all good. I just don't want to push her away before I can use my cool orc thing. Let me find my orc thing. That lets me run really fast. I'm gonna stand up so I can heal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh wow, I'm getting real close in person.
Yeah, I am. With my bonus action, because I'm an orc, I'm gonna go ahead and run all 50 feet.
He had a attack prepared for that, so he's gonna fucking
Okay.
hit you.
It's all good. Deal with that.
It's a natural 19, so I'm assuming it's gonna hit.
Yeah. It's all good.
That is gonna be 20 bludgeoning damage and make a strength save.
Sweet.
As he just hits you with like the full force. He's not. This isn't even small. He just punched
Natural
you.
20 on my save.
Okay.
You said 20?
How do you deal 20 damage on a punch?
By being infused with dragon orb energy.
That's a really strange question. You're right. It's fine. I'm all good with my nat 20.
I can think of 2 more reasons why I don't want to fight this motherfucker anymore. I want to load save. Go home.
They're fucking scary, yeah?
Yeah, I know. That's when I know what you're doing. So that's why I would rather than just leave.
I'm gonna use my action to cast Punishing Strike and punch him in the stomach.
Okay.
Oh god, and I don't hit probably. Fuck me. 11.
Definitely not.
Ass face. Yep.
He's laughing now. He just laughs at you.
Shit. Well, that was my bonus action, my movement, and my action.
Like,
so
As he does so, like, just this gush of icy wind just rolls over you. Like this, like almost like fog just drenching out of his mouth at this point.
Well, she's used to that because that's what I sound like when I'm laughing.
Can I use inspiration on an attack?
Absolutely.
Oh, sweet. That's 17 plus 6. 23.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Which means that I deal my punch damage because Tavern Brawler. There's a D4.
One right there.
Sure, I believe you. That would be 6 damage.
Okay.
But then
That's bludgeoning.
that is the bludgeoning. He's gonna take some more damage.
Mm-hmm.
An extra 1d8. Yeah, he takes an extra 1d8. Punishing Strike. It goes with my punch. He takes 6 necrotic damage too.
Okay.
And I do not have the hit points.
Now, this is gonna be a he goes unconscious, but how do you want to do it?
I want to punch him in the stomach just as hard as fucking possible, and clearly I kind of whiffed it, so I punch him with my other fist with Punishing Strike, and he just, I hope it makes him vomit up the orb.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making make a Constitution saving throw as he goes unconscious to see if he chucks up the freaking dragon orb.
Shit!
He rolls a natural 1.
Yes!
So he chucks that. So like the dragon orb.
Yes!
And it just freaking. ting, 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 behind you.
Yeah!
That's heroes.
Punch people with right? Oh, yeah, flash.
Yes!
Ariel
Have
will
the-
use her reaction to cast Misty Step
Have these?
Yeah, beat it. Get.
and just.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. These people haven't gone well. The dice.
Mhm.
Are they not doing anything? Or-
Well, you'll know when they do.
Okay.
That's about all my movement.
Okay. And this was the makeup for that, so we went Ariel, Butcher, Sand, but we're gonna do the dice now. A few of them
Wait,
kind
when's
of.
my turn?
You're the start of the round.
start of the
It was
round.
about to be you, but then I went, hey.
Yeah, it was
my
about to
Right,
be you,
right.
and now the dice are going.
Nice.
So they're just kind of like converging over here. One of them tries to intercept Ariel. One of them a couple of them have crossbows and they'll shoot at her as well. And one of them does hit. So she's gonna take a bit of damage as she like teleports over. Someone tracks her, shoots her anyway. And she can like grab at her off like. Let's go.
All right. Okay. I don't know if I want to dash towards the dragon orb, but then she might beat me to it. All right.
She already moved.
Yeah, she already moved, but
Yeah.
she's gonna once the round is over.
She missed it.
No, this is the beginning of the
This
round.
is
And I
her.
go before
That
her.
was her using a reaction to Misty Step.
She missed it.
Oh, she reacted Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
What caused the reaction, sir?
She just used the reaction because she saw Butcher up chugging.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if someone had to provoke it or not.
Okay.
You're thinking PC rolls. I'm going monster rolls. This is.
You know, one, because I was worried, I was like, how is Butcher not a Misty Step? Because you have to use Misty Step on yourself. Like, that was kind of
Not
weird.
always. There are always the pieces of
I
No,
have-
the-
Again,
the spell
you're-
is-
Again, you're thinking PC rolls. I'm
Okay.
using not PC rolls.
So it's not Misty Step, it's something else. So
You recognize it as something like Misty Step.
Okay,
So like
yeah.
the animation was Misty Step.
Okay.
Like you can pretty much tell that Butcher doesn't know how to do that spell.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
You okay, Mare?
I switch my hunter's mark to the blue dragon one,
Mm-hmm.
and
And I haven't been making you do this, but I'm making you do it now. Make
Yeah.
a concentration save.
I figured you were going to make me do that.
So it's your bonus action, right?
Oh, good. It's It's done. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's technically a 5. It's not good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. That's my bonus action. I am going to double net bolt her.
Mm-hmm.
In case one fails. Or just double air. They always say double rapid's the best way to do it.
No, they don't say that.
Oh.
Don't spread misinformation.
Wow. Okay, 2. Does a 14 do it?
So she
I'm
sees
going-
like your the two nets coming at her, and you just see her kind of like pull out a scimitar and just kind of like slash the air as like the net kind of like goes through the side of it.
I'm gonna use the remainder of my movement to try to get as close to the dragon orb as possible. Excuse me, pardon me.
That is the red dragonborn who is going to cast Firewall.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a way to denote Firewall? We have like molten lava stuff, don't we? Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of cursed.
Huh.
But they look like fire.
I can work with this.
They're fire enough.
Me, 2 of them. So he's gonna do this.
Well, ass.
He makes a semicircle of fire in that area.
Sure. I've done this to myself.
Alright. Next up is Giannis.
I use water wall to
Nice.
cancel out the firewall.
You use what?
Water wall to cancel the firewall.
Is Firewall?
Yeah, I have wall of water.
Is that a thing that does that?
It's water.
You want to build a wall of water in the exact same spot as the
I
wall
think
of
that
fire,
just makes
so
an
it
earth
douses
wall.
the flame?
Yeah.
I see what you're getting.
It
Oh,
would
actually,
make
that
wall
wouldn't.
of
That wouldn't be
steam.
ice.
I would be very surprised if water does not put out fire.
Wouldn't make wall of
It's
steam?
not that. It's not so much that water doesn't put out fire. It's that is your magical water as powerful as his magical fire. So I'm gonna make it. We're gonna do a contesting Arcana roll.
Okay, give me a second.
That's kind of sick, though.
I thought so.
I like that.
Shit.
Oh god, that's pretty cool. We've never done that kind of roll. That's cool. I like that.
It's an idea when I've got two conflicting things.
$24.
6.
Oh, damn it!
Can't do much better than 17 plus
I rolled a 19. So.
Yeah.
Interesting. You guys are equally powerful.
So what happens to my
arcanes.
wall of water?
The spell just fails. Like it, like
Okay.
the wall, like the water like kind of splashes out, and you can see like the wall of fire kind of like sputter. You can.
Oh,
you
I
can
should say, did my spell even go off with the?
It did.
Okay.
And basically, you can see it all kind of dying down, and then it roars back
Okay.
as you see the red dragonborn's staff like light up as well, and then back, and the wall of fire goes back 10 feet tall. Yeah, I need to think of other ways to do the contesting arcana because I think that's cool.
It's really cool.
Well, I'm gonna move adjacent to blue balls.
What?
You want to move right there?
Blue balls.
30 all the way. All
Over here?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna provoke an attack then.
No, so if you stay within their movement, you're fine.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Boom.
It is a little crazy. You can just run circles around somebody and not expect a slash, but
It's the idea that when you're in battle, somebody circle around them without actually engaging,
Mm-hmm.
versus turning your back towards them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Gosh, I'm trying to figure out what I can do with a bonus action, but most of my spells are actions. I'm out of sorcery points. So the best thing I could do. Fuck. Yeah, there's honestly nothing I can do. Well,
Okay.
actually no. I take a net and I throw a net on her. I can use a bonus action to throw a net. So
Can you? Is that a bonus action?
Yep.
You just have a
nets
net.
can be used as a bonus action, or reaction.
Just got a net in the pocket.
14 plus 6 is a 20.
She's going to, as you throw the net, kind of like pull on her veal and just another discordant note. So make that roll with disadvantage.
Okay. So the first one's a 14. Second one was a 15, so 27.
She netted.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
Alright, so she is. I don't have. I'll keep looking for a thing for that, but until then.
And can you show the visual of that?
Restraint. next up is Whisper.
Just take care of the cat.
Just run away.
I'm fucking parking it, Skippy. I'm not doing shit. I don't want anything to do with this. I'm over it.
Okay, that's Dottie's turn then.
Let these motherfuckers leave. Please.
So Butcher's
Not what
down
heroes
in
do.
front of me.
I don't care.
Butcher's down in front of me.
Anime.
He
Lawful
is.
good.
He is unconscious in front of you.
Yeah, grab it.
Snatch and run, girl!
God, I was hoping I could put out the fire so you guys can grab it.
I can't grab it. I'm right next to it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the orb. Well, I'm gonna use the raw accent and grab it, and then I'm gonna.
Stab the fuck out of him while he's down. Where you get critical hits on him.
Want to do
You
that?
can kill fucking Butcher right now.
Patty's not.
I want to do that,
Yeah,
but
I know. That's true. Play to your character. Play to your character. No, don't. No, Addie wouldn't. I make your decision, but Addie wouldn't. You're right.
yeah, she wouldn't really. So we'll cast. Command, and I know which one of them put up the fiery wall.
The red one.
We cast command
Oh,
on
they
the
grab
red one and tell him to stop.
Does it seem to be he? From what you
Tell
can
them
see?
to
Or-
stop.
I can't see with them.
Oh, so like objectively?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he, and then she.
Mhm.
Correct. Okay. Okay. So red, black, white, and then blue. Okay. Missing the green.
We are.
And I can actually, because I have to
Don't
cast
you
it.
know Green Dragon Lord?
Yeah.
I have to cast it at second level, so it hits both of them, and so I command them both to stop.
Okay. Stop what?
It's a one-word command, so I would like to say
Yeah.
stop your spell, but I am implying with all of my magic that I can that they should stop their spells, but the magical word is stop.
Okay. Let's do the red. Rolls. And Siamtak rolls 1.
Sweet.
He stops.
Whatever he was gonna do.
Actually, he was doing something. He was holding back Butcher, but he doesn't do that anymore because Butcher is unconscious.
I spend one toes and sit back down. Stop. I mean, Xavier takes over.
So, that's my action. For sure.
Siamtak has been stopped.
How much of an action or movement does it take to pick up the orb?
We're going to go at half.
Okay, half of my movement to pick up the orb.
What are you gonna do?
And I can move at half speed if I drag Butcher.
You want to drag Butcher back? You will not be able to do that. He is absolutely fucking massive.
I count
Even
as
after,
I
even
count-
after that.
I count as a large creature.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess you could. In that case,
But yeah, dragging someone is half.
dragging is half, and then you're already at half.
But I can
You can
bonus
do-
action dash.
Essentially, each square would be 10 feet. Oh fuck!
I mean,
you
that
can
makes
dash?
that makes sense. Yeah,
Wait, why can you dash as a?
Because I'm
Part
an
of the
orc.
That's pretty cool.
I'm a fucking orc.
Is that new orc stuff or old orc stuff?
The old orc that I was using included it, but there are old orc versions that don't. But the
Okay.
new orc version includes it.
Okay. I mean, that sounds reasonable to me. So you pick up the orb.
Yep.
You pick up Butcher.
Yeah, I do.
Are you dragging him or picking him up? Picking him up.
If
Push
I can,
drag, right? Push drag. So
well,
you're
it's
gonna drag.
it's push drag lift.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah, for the one
As far
size
as
higher.
usually things go, I don't really want to fire right now. It'd be. I want a fireman carry Butcher just cause.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Uh-huh,
Sure.
uh-huh.
Sure.
Accidentally drop him in the fire. Accidentally, of course.
So now you have Butcher.
That is bad.
Oh!
You shouldn't hurt people. But I have to go around the wall of fire, yeah?
I mean, I'm not gonna answer that.
Do I know how much damage fire would do to me if I stepped into a wall of it? Like...
A lot.
I can imagine.
It would do a lot.
Would you willing, like, as a character,
I don't know how you
would
want me
you
to answer
willingly
that,
jump
honestly.
into fire that you don't know the depth of?
At the start of each of your turns, by the way, you got your 4 extra hit points again.
Yeah, like, I really don't know how to answer that question, I'm gonna be honest.
So, I'm just gonna move Butcher over here for a bit, because I'm holding him. So, 10, 20, 30... Do I have 45 feet of movement then? 30 plus 15?
45, sure. Well, no, because you're dashing, but you still have half movement from carrying.
Yeah, that's what she was counting, 10, 20.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
10.
then yeah.
So that's 40. So I'm right there with Butcher.
Okay. You don't need to carry. You don't need to have the Butcher. Like, I'll just assume that you have him. You don't need the Butcher carry. You don't need to actually move his model around.
Can we get a lift?
And that's my turn.
Okay.
We just gotta mark down those runs. I dread it. Oh, fuck! I hit hit points when I do that.
Will you drag somebody?
No, when I rush.
Oh.
Okay, so I know temporary hit points don't really stack, but it says when you use this trait, you also gain 3 temporary hit points.
How many temporary moves do you have?
From
The 3 from the first time, do I get another 3 the second time? I don't.
They don't stack for some.
That was my question.
It would
They
replace them.
can stack in that you all get 4 hit points, 4 temporary hit points at the start of each turn. You get them because the spell says you get them.
I just didn't think the temporaries ever stack.
No, but if you lose them, then you get another. You get
Yeah,
another.
we replaces.
But the spell that I've given you, the 10 hit points do stack. You get 4 at the start of each turn.
And it says that they stack.
So you get 4 at the start of each
Yeah,
turn,
they
and
don't.
then
Yeah, 10% stack.
Temporary hit points never stack unless specified otherwise.
No, seriously, you don't, like it's the same thing as max hit points. Yeah.
Mary's dying.
I'm dead. I'm already dead. I've died and I not being released from this mortal coil.
you're plenty alive.
Ariel is
You weren't
going
at
to
healing.
slash at the net and get rid of it.
First of all, you wouldn't kill me.
No, I'd heal you.
Oh.
I'd bring you back.
And she is going to run away.
Doing that.
Yes, you will. Go ahead.
18 plus 6, 24.
Yep, that hits.
Alright. 3 plus 3 for 6 piercing and 7 cold.
Piercing 7 cold. And she
Spells.
Alright, and I'm going, and she is going to run up to Adi, and she is going to, like, as she's running up, you see, like, little crackling bolts of lightning form from her mouth. And she, like, runs straight up to you and just blasts you with the breath weapon. So make
And
a...
definitely hits the guy that's slung over my shoulder too.
She doesn't seem to give a shit, really.
Sweet. Just making sure.
It's interesting. That's very
She
interesting.
doesn't go wet.
Make a... Dexterity saving.
Dex save.
Which the unconscious man automatically.
Just a bit. Even if I save. Oh, natural 1!
Whoa!
What? Minus 2.
Okay, so -1. Alright.
I don't dodge it, really.
It's just
I don't die.
I'm the bulwark that
I
stays.
don't even try to dodge, because why would I?
dodging. It's beneath me.
You literally watch this person sprint up to you and you're just like, oh fuck, and just get absolutely blasted with lightning in the chest.
Shit.
That's gonna be 22 lightning damage.
I wish my breath weapon could do anything like this.
Oh, fuck. You're sure those temporary hit points don't stack?
I'm very sure.
Well, I'm down.
It's Adi's turn.
Oh, fuck.
That was Ariel's turn. So, next is Butcher.
Oh shit.
Who's fucked? No, he's fine.
Okay.
Bitch.
Or is he?
The world may never know.
We just don't know.
Just like
I'm not
Sarah
even
wants
sure
to
why I
feel
fucking
wrong.
rolled that, to be honest. Like, it's my character. It's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Die.
Alright. Who's up next?
It was really funny that Ariel was just like, fuck this guy. I'm blasting my way through.
Oh, that's cool. They pop up at the top when you say that you have 0 hit points.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like
Cool.
it.
Way to go, D&D Beyond.
Who's
Well,
next?
Butcher next is Tiamat.
Alright.
He's going to...
Well, he was commanded to stop. Is that something he's...
I don't know what that means. He
Okay.
did stop. Is he required to continue to stop forever? Like, what's the idea?
Well, I mean, now that I'm down, that's a
I guess it would
entirely
break
different
it.
conversation.
It would break
but
it. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm not concentrating while I'm
Yeah.
down.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, the spell is.
To the best of their ability, they are supposed to stop. Yeah.
But
Whatever that means
now
to the
that I'm
person.
not concentrating, it kind of doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So.
He just kind of kicks you out of the way.
Wow, douchebag.
Grabs Ariel, grabs Butcher, and just pulls them back.
Fuck,
That's
she's getting
fair.
carried.
That's
Shit.
me.
That's you. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
So he's moving at like quarters?
Quarter speed.
He's just pulling them. Yeah, he's pulling them back. He does have Expedious Retreat, but he's basically just pulling her back and under the protection of that fire spell.
Yeah.
All right. Tiamat is Dez's turn.
Alright.
And Dez, I'm not going to do this because I didn't specify last time. The area where you are is extremely hot. As in, don't stand close to it unless you really need to. Also, you're not concentrating anymore. What am I doing?
Yeah, I'm not concentrating.
Wall of fire is it create... what's it create?
Wall of fire.
Obscuring wise.
You can't see shit.
Is it saying...
Completely. It's completely obscured. It is a wall of fire.
So that's what the spell does? It does?
Yes.
Wall of
Because water doesn't do that, so that's why I was wondering.
Right. Water is clear. You cannot see through the fire. It is basically a roaring inferno of just straight up 10 feet of fire. It lower down, you could see over it while that kind of little interaction's happening. But once it went back up, you cannot see.
I would need to fly 10 feet before I spell.
Essentially.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
I'm sorry, it's 20 feet high.
It's 20 feet high. Shit. Okay.
Despite Dez being concerned
The wall
about-
is opaque and lasts for the duration of the spell.
Opaque is not fully obscured.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. You're thinking of transparent.
You're thinking
Okay.
translucent.
Okay.
Opaque
You
is
can
solid.
have 50% opaque, but when it just says opaque, you know it's 100%.
Okay.
So is Addie currently getting
Unconscious?
hit by fire?
No,
No, she's outside of the, because the way that it works is you designate one side that exhibits extreme heat, and she's not, and she's on the other side. She's like technically she's right here.
Sweet.
So she's not in that fire.
So Dez presumably heard Addie yell out before falling.
Yeah, you heard the
unconscious.
and then a lightning strike.
Yeah, so Dez is more concerned now about Addie's well-being than she is about the dragon lord. So she's gonna run over and try to use a healing kit to stabilize.
Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30. If you do that, you will take damage. Not full damage from the fire wall, but you will take damage.
Yeah, Dez would do it.
Okay. You're going to take 15 points of fire damage.
Okay, too close to the wall fire.
Anything else?
Um,
Oh, but, I mean, you're giving her a potion
no, I'm
Or
using
healing
a
kit.
I'm using a healing kit to stabilize.
to stabilize. Okay.
Yeah.
So, not to, ruin that,
Mm-hmm.
but because we did start using the homebrew healer's kit thing,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a medicine wisdom check.
I think
It says it negate. It,
I'm gonna do the thing where you use a use of it and it automatically succeeds in stabilizing you.
Yeah, it says on the. I thought it said on the thing that it.
It does, but I have proficiency in healer's kits.
I thought yours
and-
was so you could actually heal them, not just
Okay.
stabilize.
Yeah, I gave
Okay.
you special rules because you're proficient in it, and there's
You
no
can actually
real
heal
rule.
with it.
Yeah, I only
Yeah.
stabilize you to 0.
Yeah,
so you don't have to make
take
death
death saves, but
Yeah.
you're still not.
Perfect.
Oh, you're not up.
Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you can use the healer's kit
Well,
to actually heal
Actually,
somebody.
this even says healer's kit DC, so
Yeah,
I didn't do that part.
yeah.
So sweet.
So yeah, you're stable.
Yay! I'm not dead, but I can't get myself.
After Dez, I imagine that's all Dez's turn.
Well, that using a healer's kit requires an action.
So that's your movement and your action.
So what now?
That's your movement and your action.
Is there an orb still nearby?
What Audie had the orb, so
Yep.
I imagine it was dropped.
And
Over
very
here.
specifically did not say that they picked it up.
I mean,
This can't reach.
you don't
it, though.
you don't see it.
Because I thought about using aid, but I was like, yeah, this I don't know if it's gonna backfire. So.
Mm-hmm. It's a risk.
I'll appreciate that.
So yeah, that's what Dez is gonna do. Dez
Where
is
do you
gonna.
use them?
I have, but I have it. It wouldn't give you extra maximum hit points. It
But
would
it would
just
heal.
heal you 5 points.
Yeah. For sure. Oh well, it's fine. And now I'm stable. But unconscious.
All right.
I'm not committing to that for longer than that. So.
You can't see what the Red Dragonborn is doing, but he is doing a thing. Which means you're just gonna head over to Giannis.
Alright, so it's 20 feet high.
Mm-hmm. Completely opaque.
Through the top of the 20 feet? Or does it die down to 20 feet?
The entire thing is opaque.
The entire fuck. So it's just a
It's basically like a giant living fire opal that you cannot see through. And also it's starting to catch the surrounding grass on fire.
Okay.
And that tent is also
5,
completely obliterated,
10.
if that wasn't clear.
5, 10, 15. Climbing up this tree for the next 15.
Mm-hmm.
Using
Climbing is half
speed, so I'm going to go 5 feet up.
Mhm.
I'm 5 feet tall, making me 10 feet. Using 10 push magic, the gust of wind, they go up 10 feet, making me 20 feet up. Magic missile on Butcher for 1.
I'm thinking of what that would look like. You're 20 feet up. It's a 20-foot high. Butcher's on the ground. You can't see. You don't have line of sight.
Okay. He's not directly in front of the fire, though. He's back behind the fire.
Mm-hmm. He's
So I'm
behind
not,
the
like,
fire.
like I'm not seeing this. I'm seeing this. So this versus that is a different line of sight. If that makes sense.
Right, but like this is how tall it is. So like you can see
What would I? How
like,
far?
this way.
Okay. How far would I need to go up? So I know.
40 feet. Twice as
40
high.
feet. Wow. Okay.
Because like it's this tall. You need to be like right here, which is twice as tall to see down like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I mean, if you were right here,
I mean that's like 60 feet. But like here's the thing. It's tall.
Well, I guess it would be a thing, and maybe this is me overstepping my bounds.
that's 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be a like if he's up like say 20, 30 feet, he'd have to make like a perception with disadvantage or something to see him through the.
No, it is completely opaque. If there was a way to see through the fire, it would be fine. But it says in the spell description, opaque. Like you cannot see through it. And being exactly level with it, that's not. You're not tall enough to see over it. Like I would say maybe 30 feet. I might be able to say like yeah, make a perception check to see if you can like see over it. But at the moment, no.
Let's see if you're 10 feet across.
How high is this rock right here?
How tall is the rock? Like probably maybe 4 or 5 feet. And like that's not affected by the wall. The wall doesn't go up above the rock. It just goes straight through it.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah, so if that's 5 feet and I'm 5 feet tall, I go up 10 feet. Now I'm 20 feet directly in front of the fire.
Mhm.
Essentially, I'm doing this. There's no way I wouldn't have line of sight.
You're up.
So, like,
in the
alright, so
tree.
here's a wall. Trying to
Saying
see
you
cat.
could get to the rock.
Yeah,
Well, the rock is 4 feet. Like I said, it's like 4 or 5 feet tall, right?
yeah. And
That's-
I'm 5 feet
And
something.
it's the 20-foot tall.
Yeah,
fire.
I'm 5 feet tall already. You said the wall. You said the fire goes through the rock, not on top of the rock.
Mhm.
So therefore, the
I
5
think
feet.
John is arguing that he doesn't need to be 10 or 20 feet above the wall of fire in order to see.
I need to be-
fire.
I understand what you're saying, but even
Yeah.
in that situation, what
Mhm.
you're talking about is you're standing on a 5-foot. Like say I'm standing on this thing right here.
Yeah.
20 feet is
No,
still.
no. 20 feet starts down here.
Uh-huh.
You said the fire goes through the rock, not on top of the rock.
Right.
So-
John can get his eyeballs to 20 feet.
Yeah.
There's no way standing on a 4-foot
No,
rock.
he's got a rock.
I'm
He's a
5
certain amount of
feet tall,
and
so
he's got Tempest magic that pushes him
Up
up.
10 feet.
Oh, right, with the tempest. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, so literally I'm up 20 feet at the fire, eye to eye. Gonna take burning damage essentially
Mhm.
to get eyesight. Because if I'm trying to look at Cat's elbows, I can't.
Okay.
Now I can't.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. But you're gonna take 5 to 8 fire damage to do that.
I would take whatever Des took, because Des was right next to
You're
the
gonna take
fire.
5 to 8 fire damage.
Okay, I'll do a bonus action for my last healing.
But did I just get really lucky with that?
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So I'll do a bonus action. Do I have a healing potion?
Okay. Do I have it?
I think it's right there. Oh wait. Nope, I'm not gonna use bonus action because I'm using my bonus action for tempestuous magic, so I'm just gonna take it.
Okay. .24 fire damage.
24.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep, I'm up.
You're unconscious?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll just. Damn. And I'll fall, so I'll actually lose a save as well.
Mm-hmm.
2 saves. So I'm down to 1 last save.
Oh my gosh.
That's the way the rules go.
Well, I'll take my turn.
Mm-hmm. It is Whisper's turn.
You're not close enough. So sit down.
I only need a bonus action. I can dash and bonus action a potion in your
No,
mouth.
you can't.
You have to action a potion.
You have to use an action.
Well, then die.
That's the way it is.
Okay, you're gonna dash to do it?
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you're just gonna pull it out. So that he's just safe from the fire. Okay. Okay. Ada, you're up.
I would have had just enough if your thing was still active. I would have had 26 HP if your temporary was still on.
So I'm unconscious. Stable, but unconscious.
You're right on it.
Yeah,
Unless I-
is
wait.
there anything you can actually do?
Wait, hold on a second.
Actually,
Hold on a second. Do you lose if you lost your spell? Do I lose my temporary hit points?
Yeah.
They go away when that spell ends.
It says that in the spell. Okay, just want to make sure. Because usually temporary hit points,
Yeah, no, they just,
I just don't get the chance to get them again.
What? Oh no, they disappear when the spell ends.
Okay.
It's a fun.
It's a concentration.
I would do it.
Okay.
So, like, is there like a wake up save I can do? Constitution? I mean, otherwise I'm
You are just unconscious.
stable. But I'm
Um,
Can Des pray to Groomch and smack me up with my virtue?
Des is
cantrip?
gonna have to use her movement to go save Jonas from.
Jonas is fine.
He's not fine.
I have a death save, so I'm one death save.
That's true.
He's not. He's not fine.
He's not fine at all. You're right. You're right. You know when you're right, you're right, and you're right, you're right.
I just saw him fall and die-ish, and so
Yeah,
I wanted to go
essentially,
see if I
like,
could save his
Burn
life.
myself and then hit a rock.
I can see that Addie's
Oh, wait, no.
breathing.
You didn't fall because you.
I was
when you,
20 feet in the air.
Right.
I fell.
you would like that might have been true had you gotten it off, but you didn't get off. You ran up to it and basically and fell. You didn't get the spell off and then
get the
fall.
magic because the heat just went.
Yeah, like you ran up to it, getting ready to do the Tempest thing, and like the heat just like fucking
It does.
blasted back at you.
I mean,
Okay.
So you didn't fall. You just
Okay.
you failed one. Actually, no, you didn't fail any next thing. So you've got all
here's,
three.
Here's a fun conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure the spell says the heat affects them if they end their turn near the wall,
Mhm.
which means he could
That's
have
what I was
cast
saying,
off
wall of fire
magic
does that.
missile
Yeah.
and then die.
It does say that. So if you want, actually, yeah, sure.
So
If that's what
if
you want to do.
wanted to cast your magic missile and then die and fall, or you don't fall but you don't cast magic missile.
Yeah, I'll let you decide that one.
I mean, Jonas is gonna try to save everybody, so he's gonna do it.
Alright, so you blasted
One towards him. And
at Butcher.
at Butcher.
Well, then you hit.
And then the other two were towards the bard.
Okay, well go ahead and attack the bard then.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Yeah.
Force damage.
You hurt that bitch.
I might die from it, but we'll see. What heroes do.
You hear the blue dragonborn yell "No!" and you see Butcher get hit with another force bolt, and he takes it right to the face.
Literally, like, you see...
You
like,
hear a crack, like it was brutal.
Yeah, to give it a little flavor, like, he's like, you see him riding the gust up, and as he's doing it, like, flames catch up, metal heats up, orange hot, and just shots go out of it, trident, crack, hits the rock on the way down, failing 2 death saves.
And then you get pulled out by Whisper. Okay. Well, Butcher's dead then.
He was butchered. If you will.
I would say Butcher.
So after all that,
Cherry bomb?
Cherry bomb? I don't think that's
so Jonas did that, Whisper did that, and then Adi is unconscious.
Yeah, I am.
Which means it is Ariel's turn. After getting blasted with the magic missiles, kind of like looks just in time to see Jonas fucking fall into the wall of fire and back out, and she's just like, and then she looks at Butcher, and none of you can see this. This is purely for my own fucking character enjoyment, apparently. And then, so I'm just gonna go based on what you guys can see, which is nothing. So you guys don't get anything for that, nothing for that, nothing for that. It's Dez's turn.
Des is gonna run towards Jonas and use a healing kit to stabilize him.
Do you have your own?
I have.
So you just throw the friggin'
Like,
tent
believe you.
away as it.
Take it if you need it.
No, I have. Remember, I went to the general store before we
Lots of
left
Venus kids.
and bought one, but then she was like, "Oh yeah, it's for this price," and I was like, "Okay, yeah," and then like it was like really reduced rate, and I was like, "Nice," and I had like 20 uses of Felix kits.
That's nice.
So it came in clutch. Apparently.
Alright, so you're now stable.
Sorry, I know if you get healed, you reset your death saves. If you get stabilized, you reset it. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
You're stable. There's no chance of you dying. Now, if you
There's always a chance.
if you get shot again,
Yeah.
then we're
There's always a chance. Yeah.
then we're kind of
We're still surrounded by guys way stronger than us.
yeah.
Des is gonna yell out for like a medic. She's like, "Medic!"
Are you?
Medic's unconscious.
I'm gonna say you're unconscious, right?
I know. I was hoping that one of these loggers had like some kind of medic.
These are fucking loggers, dude. These
I
are
was
fucking-
healing them earlier.
There's a reason why they're not doing anything. I didn't forget about them. They're just like, that guy just made a wall of fire. What the fuck?
Well, shit. Okay, Dead's trying. All right, like Dead's. It's all one of these motherfuckers like level 1 cleric.
Also keep in mind, this has all happened in this span of like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. His vote.
Well,
I didn't anticipate it going this long.
it is an action.
We are playing way above our pay grade. Right
You
now.
are alright. After you stabilize him, you see, and this is like it lights up the night sky, like to the point where like you can't see the stars for like a good half a second, where
like a flare.
you know, like a flash of blue,
We
and then it
flash.
fades.
Blue flash.
Yep.
Like
And now it's Jonas' turn. You are unconscious, unfortunately, so we're gonna skip you. We'll go to Whisper.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna hand Des a potion.
You don't like that shit.
Okay.
First
I
of all,
hope
that
that's
was
like
Jar
a
Jar
bonus
Binks,
action.
motherfucker.
What's that?
What is that, a bonus action?
To do what? Hand her something?
Yeah, just
Free action to hand.
Oh, to like because to give to Addie or something.
not a gift from nothing.
Oh, you could just give it to Jonas. He's right here.
No, I'm
The
gonna go with
virgin,
Addie.
and he's
Oh,
unconscious.
Des
This is not
is
exactly
gonna go.
consent right now.
Des is gonna go run over and grab Addie.
One of us is large and has a strength stat.
All right, girl. I'll take care of those.
So
you
I
can
hand
you keep your health potion. I got my own here.
Respectable. And I go and I run to get Addie.
Alright, so you're dashing to get Addie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get her.
So we're
And I
gonna
will glance on the other side if I can see through the wall of fire. And I'm large,
gonna
so
go-
I can pick her.
Pick her up, then we go back. We're gonna use half the that.
I am gonna peek if I can. I don't know how far, if it goes that far.
Oh, peak, not peak.
You
That would smell really bad. Being in the fire. Bad smell.
you peer behind it. You don't see anything. There are.
Oh fuck, they're gone.
So that wall of fire is broken.
Was the orb gone too then?
I thought we had
No.
the orb.
What's that?
I thought we had the orb.
No.
didn't
I didn't
She had the orb.
It's
Oh.
it's currently.
And then
But-
she got struck by lightning.
But I got struck by lightning, and none of those people ever picked it up. They got dragged off by the other guy.
No. See, what happened was, as Andrew said, something is going on that you can't see, something is going on that you can't see, something is going on that you can't see, something is going on that you can't see. Okay, Jonas.
That is what I said.
Yeah, there's some things that were going on that we can't see.
God, it's like I say it and it comes out over there.
Ventriloquism is a very cool fact.
So, like, you're right.
Act.
He didn't
Copy
say
that.
any of them picked it up. However, I'm a dragon and I'm drawn to the orb and I was not drawn to an orb.
So you should keep looking. is what
You do
you're
not
saying.
feel any presence of a dragon orb.
I know.
So you're saying we have a chance.
To do what?
To find it.
I suppose in the grand scheme of things, you always have a chance.
My brother
That's
in
pretty
Christ, you are lucky to be alive.
Am I alive?
Are you?
Am I up?
You're alive. You're just
You're fine.
unconscious.
No, he's fine. He's just.
As someone
covered
who's
in blood.
passed out plenty of times, you're definitely alive.
He's not mangy. He's
I either
just
broke my back or part of my skull from that fall.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have.
I
Yeah.
can mend you up, no problem,
Yeah, it's
baby.
magical healing. Man.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
don't
so-
say because I'm also
I'm like, yeah,
unconscious.
we're actually in dream space together.
I
I
think.
look at Addie
Mage.
and I look at my healing potion and I look at Addie again and I look at my healing potion and instead of giving her my healing potion, I put her in a tent.
Wow.
All right.
Are you stable?
Yeah. No.
well
the,
then-
the rule is that eventually you would actually return to one
What?
hit point.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
wow.
Eventually, you will.
Girl, I need some help moving this one.
Okay. And I come over and I grab him too. And I put him in a tent.
One of the lumber people comes by. That's my chance.
What?
They start stabbing and killing. One of them's a murderer. You don't know that.
Yeah,
We're missing a green dragonborn, man.
My
It's true.
girlfriend?
Do you notice that there's 4 chromatics that we've met?
Listen, I know
Where's
that.
green?
Mary knows that. But that's Whistler's girlfriend.
Yeah. She played us like a damn fool.
Did she?
I told
No.
you.
No. I don't believe it.
I keep telling you.
Keep
Pussy
it-
game too good.
Keep it.
I informed you thusly.
Hey, I don't believe it. She has kind of.
Nobody eats
Also
pussy
keep
like
in
that
mind,
people.
you guys have all of your fancy metallic dragonborn, and then a black dragonborn.
Yeah.
So.
There's also probably more than one color of each dragonborn in the world.
She also let us keep the
What?
That's crazy.
Okay, I just met my first elf. Thank you. So
Actually,
That's
that's,
true.
a good point.
I've met sea people, but not elves, not
I have-
woodland people.
I have also
You've
met
seen
my first elf.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't want to
Has
assume. for
Addie
your-
ever met elves before today?
Oh, I had a one.
Have you ever? How old are you?
I'm not that old. I'm over 20,
How old's your character?
but I
Oh,
also
like-
just travel.
Then no.
Okay.
Like baby.
You've never seen an elf before.
Baby's
Sure,
first
sure.
excursion.
I'm 33.
But I
You
want
said
to
you've never
finish
seen
my
an elf.
one-liner.
How old is each one of you? I don't think you guys are much
I might
older
have
than
written it
20s.
down, but
Well, Des has to have at least seen, like...
Oh, I am literally 20. Keep
Okay,
going,
I'm
Mary,
sorry.
go!
Continue.
my one-liner.
Please continue mansplaining.
It's womansplaining.
No, I was talking to him over you. I was in support. Feminists unite.
I was so upset I was gonna cry again.
He also
No,
doesn't mansplain feminism.
But I was trying to say, just trying to get off my one-liner. It's not
Do
even
it.
funny anymore.
It's
but,
gonna be hilarious.
But like, I just met an elf today too. It was the first one I've ever met. Not impressed.
Damn.
Pretty funny.
Anyway.
Kel would think it was funny.
So-
My one-liner in response to that was unconscious.
See,
I did just put you in a 10.
you might not like this.
Me?
Well, actually...
Oh my god.
Okay, so... One of my favorite enemies was an elf. Was elves.
Oh. So you know who the elves are.
Well, couldn't a half elf? I mean,
I'm concerned by many things about this revelation.
You just-
Mostly why.
You just write some backstory bullshit for that.
Yeah, what's the back... Actually, I'm not going to get into that right now.
No, I mean like you
Think
work
about
it
that,
out
though.
together
Think about
later.
But I want you to consider the backstory of no, you don't. And then get back to me on it.
So do I need to rewrite some stuff?
Well, what is the story that... Okay, we can get it. What is the story that you have here? And
It-
why would you have elves as a
It,
favorite enemy?
the backstory for it was that...
language.
So what?
You wanted the language of Elvish.
Well, initially... but I had thought that it would be kind of fun that, like, Des had been, like, dealing with all these, like human bandits and stuff like that, and, you know, probably dwarves and stuff, or, you know, like, when she went towards, like, her last name's Arastra, she's been towards the mountains and stuff, like, her family came from the mountains area. But, like, the idea was that she was outsmarted numerous times by this, like, rapscallion elf. That was...
Scally.
It was like just elusive and would always evade her, and she like became relentless in her pursuits of.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I appreciate what you're doing. You might have to change it to like gnome or something.
But gnome doesn't really.
Couldn't there be like this one elf who doesn't really live with the other elves and just happened to, you know, take a liking to attacking Des?
I mean, I'm not telling. You know, it's not impossible that happens. If it's only one elf, I suppose that's possible.
There's also,
That's one
depending on
particular
your, I don't want to speak for your world, but there's also multiple types of elves.
Mhm.
So if there's a type of elf maybe that maybe would fit.
It's here. Like
Maybe
here's
you
the
have
thing
to.
too.
Yeah.
There
I
are
understand, like, there's-
desert elves.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
high elves, there's wood elves, there's etc. The
Shade
point, like
Archive,
the
sea elves.
well,
This
there's a
was also
specific-
developed before we
sea elves
get.
don't necessarily fall into the same category that I'm thinking.
They speak
of.
Elvish as well.
You're right,
Alright.
sea elves in the desert, that's the way to go.
I would say this was also developed before we started world building. So like the anticipation was that like okay, this is prairies. There's like you know it's like kind of more arid and stuff.
Ooh,
And then
grass elves.
there would be a point when there was like some thickets and trees and stuff, like some kind of
Definitely
more mountainous terrain that goes to a certain point. And I thought, okay, maybe like during her travels and stuff,
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of
Right.
assumptions.
And I hate to be like, and now it's useless. Like, I hate to do
no,
that.
it's totally fine.
But now it's useless.
But like, the lore of the world at this point is that it is a very large and important political like event that elves have retreated from the world, specifically full-born elves. Like, you guys have seen half elves. Kelrin is a half elf.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, Vidor was like the first elf you've seen in ever.
Except for you.
The easiest retcon in my head is half elf. You still get the language of Elvish.
It could also just be some
No, it's-
rando
It's
elf
I
guy
really
who's not
don't like.
involved with
Like I said,
politics.
this is all just developed like, you know, it's like when you're doing a character sheet, you just kind of like have to kind of like think on the fly, like, oh, well, this and that.
Yeah.
So you know, it's if
No, I
it's
know.
not part of the lore and it doesn't make
It
sense,
doesn't make sense.
then yeah, it's fine. It's
Okay.
totally fine. I can change it.
I know. I always feel bad. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. You really put thought into this. No.
Don't feel bad. I didn't know the rules of your world.
It's one of those things where, like, it's the first rule of improv. Where you're always like, yes, but in this particular case, I cannot allow that.
Okay.
As much as I appreciate the effort.
Des
Anyway.
Des has never seen it before.
Yeah. I've never seen
What
it
the
up
fuck are
before.
these?
This is the first one.
What are these ducks?
They're like.
The fuck are these? The hell are these ducks?
I mean, bold to assume you've ever seen a duck before as well. So, to be honest.
In the
Damn.
desert.
Get her! Drag her!
Did CM Tuck have a specific class that seemed to resonate? Like, Butcher feels barbarian, Ariel feels bard. Is there something that we gain from fighting CM Tuck and seen in the last couple times?
I mean, he's got plate armor, a halberd.
So fighter-esque, right? Okay. I'm just trying to like make my notes and stuff.
He's basically like, I want to say, what? My brain just shut off. What's the one with all the fucking maneuvers?
Fighter.
Yeah, but what's the specific name?
Battlemaster?
Battlemaster. Yep, that's him. That's what he's kind of based off of.
In CM Tuck is spelled, just so I remember.
C-I-A-M.
I always do an S.
CM.
C-I-A-M-T-A-K.
Okay.
Des
CM
wants
Tuck.
to investigate.
CM.
Des wants to investigate the area like around where they previously were.
Oh,
This
we still-
area?
We still have the map open. So
No,
I'm gonna
like-
go ahead and put these two idiots.
They
in.
took Butcher's body, didn't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, I was gonna. I assume the wall of fire is gone. by
Yes,
now.
it eventually dissipates.
And
And
Des
I'm no
wants to
longer
investigate
giant.
beyond
I
where
feel like
there,
an asshole.
there was a lot of fighting that Des
TE?
didn't see, just to see if there's like anything that
What?
was
The
like
last part, the Tuck part.
remains. If there's
Yeah, make an
anything.
investigation check,
I
absolutely.
spell
Sick.
everything just how
Hell
I
yeah.
hear it.
I just
So.
put an A.
C-M.
And I've also been joking just
We'll go with
recently that it's CMTUCK, which it's not.
Right.
Like CM Punk?
Yeah.
Like a...
CM Punk.
Just like that.
It is very on brand for you to do that.
That actually, that's true. That's a
And
good point.
red one, we never got the name correct.
I made that character before CM Punk even came back to wrestling.
All right,
Yeah,
I
and
ain't
you're
gonna do
old,
much.
so you knew him before he left.
I got a
You're
6.
old. Way to butter up
And
the
then
DM.
suddenly a meteor comes and hits Whisper in the face.
Ah, well, shit. Here's my new character.
The name is Yeller.
Old?
No, Whisper the Yeller. It was a joke in my head that really did not land well.
Oh yeah, no, that was a bit of a like, huh?
Shouter? I don't know. What would work
I'm a
best?
screamer.
Louder.
Sheesh.
I'm really glad that landed.
This is my sister,
Hey,
Murmur.
Before we have sex, I'm a screamer.
I'm a bit of a
Anyway, all right, no, what'd you get?
6.
There's a battle just happened here. Holy shit!
Whoa. I
This
want to try
one-
again?
This
Can I
rock's
try-
on fire.
Try and
You
get
can
after
roll
your
again
friends right
with
now.
increased DC. That's how I usually do it.
Come on, baby! Natural 20!
0.
Can I help?
Fuck.
11.
11 altogether.
Can I
Yeah.
help?
Can you help?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's
What?
roll with advantage.
It'd be nice to help, right?
I'll just do the notes. We got our shit kicked in.
19?
19 will do it.
Yeah!
So basically,
I
with
said-
the flavor.
And I say do it as in like I'm gonna give you a certain amount of information based on that.
Oh, sick.
But the flavor is that I see you looking around and cussing, and I'm gonna go over and be like, you know, when I came over, there was something weird over there.
Like, you know, a 7-foot red dragon.
Yeah, maybe check over where those assholes were staying. Maybe they left something.
Yeah. So, first things first, what you don't find. A dragon orb-shaped object.
Ugh.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
I worked so hard for that damn thing.
It was so... I was so like, oh shit, they might actually do it. And then...
Sorry.
And then, Ariel went like, no, I don't think so. And just,
It was the breath weapon that.
that was a max roll breath weapon.
I wish my breath weapon dealt 22 damage.
It will. Give it faith.
Because here's the thing about that, and I don't mean to be like, I'm using a monster stat block just to make it interesting. The idea is that they don't have as much options as you do. Like, I can't do all the shit a bard can do with Ariel. So, like, she has very specific things that she's very good at. She has, like, 2 or 3 abilities. She's got, like, a longbow. She's got her Vicious Mockery cantrip. And, like, that's... And then she can cast some certain spells because she has specific, like, equipment. I can't do, like, all the crazy stuff a bard can. I can't cast, you know, 8 spells.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting here with my max breath weapon is 12.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you've got the max breath weapon. If she runs up to you, does a fucking breath weapon, you can do a rune that fucking transports it to her friend's fucking face.
This is true.
So it's just a balance thing, and like I said, she couldn't have rolled much higher than that. She just like was pissed, and like lightning came out of her goddamn mouth, and it would have been really interesting if you did do the orc thing. I wish we had remembered that. Because that would have been fucking badass as fuck.
Fucking amazing.
It's like...
Just a bulwark.
Yeah, like that would have been fucking baller.
It would have been like, oh god, what am
We'd
I
have
thinking
a
of?
body and an eyeball to sacrifice to groom.
Yeah.
It'd be like in those shonen where somebody gets stabbed at something and there's this moment where they've got like the wide eyes and they're all singed and they're like...
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you would have been like...
But, yeah, for as far as you, but like you can see along, like right around here, like them dragging a very large body that you assume is Butcher, and that right around where you saw the red dragonborn, there is like a big old star scorch mark from like which you can tell it was basically just pure arcane energy interacting with the grass and the ground, and it just was a bit much for that material to take without basically incinerating.
Did they grab his maul too?
No, his maul is still there. He dropped his maul a ways back. There's no way for him to grab onto it. Yeah. So, and like it's a big old fucking maul. Like there's nothing really special about it. It's just especially large.
Yeah, it would have weighted them down in the retreat.
Yeah. They were doing an expeditious retreat. And it took, since she cast that fucking spell, like 10 rounds for them to actually get the fuck out.
I know, it's actually impressive that we were able to corner them for that long.
Honestly, I probably shouldn't have stayed large that long.
Is a maul a simple weapon?
True.
No, martial.
It's a martial weapon.
Two-handed.
You would need a special training to use it effectively.
Yeah.
You could still use it, but you just wouldn't gain proficiency.
It's like 1d12 or something, isn't it? It's a big hit.
It's a two-handed weapon. I couldn't use my shield.
Yeah, it would do 1d12 if you used it, yes.
We can at least use it to mark that we have killed the butcher. It's almost like taking the head in a way. But
It's definitely a trophy of sorts. And an impressive one at that. Butcher has been, even before the whole...
I can't say it.
I know.
I have an idea, but I can't say it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wasn't there a reward for killing the butcher?
There was.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There was.
Yeah,
this is proof.
The butcher was one of the first things you guys heard of when you first got to Cliffhaven.
That's true. He was one of the rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I'll carry it.
Yeah, he's been, like I said, he's been a thorn in the side of just the general populace long before this whole dragon orb, everything comes crashing down and the planes are collapsing ordeal. So This is a very interesting development, and I'm going to have a lot of fun deciding how that affects the story, because it's definitely a divergence from what I had planned.
See, I know you, and I've played with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew this was supposed to be a. We're just gonna scare you a little bit,
It was
and we're gonna beat
super
it.
obvious.
Mhm.
But still.
It was more like I was trying to do something
Oh.
very specific, and I was
Way
like,
too
I wanted to
much.
put like, what will these characters do if I put them up against something that isn't insurmountable but seems that way? Because like this is the first time you've seen 3 of them together, let alone 4.
As soon as the 4th one
Yes.
showed up, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't really see a whole lot what the 4th one did. He showed up, he cast Firewall.
Just magic-y.
Mhm.
That's all we know.
Listen, there was that moment where he was charging something, and I was immediately like, magic? No.
Mhm.
Did we get a read on the blue one? Did they seem squishier? Did they seem like they were getting close to the end there?
Yes, she was very. She was
Butcher took a
bloodied.
lot,
Yeah,
especially
she
with
was.
the halving.
She was bloodied. She was beat up. She was
Okay.
probably
We
like
barely
she's
scratched
probably
the
wherever they are now. She's probably limping. So
Yeah.
she was not doing great.
I know we barely scratched the M-Tech. You had that. You had like a 4 thing, and it just screwed you over with the rolls.
I rolled
Mm-hmm.
a 1,
Mm-hmm.
a 2,
Mm-hmm.
a 2,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
a
then,
13.
13, yeah. Yeah, I
I
saw
always
it. I was
have-
like, fuck. I'm
Well,
the
I
action
always-
search too.
I always have bad luck when I roll them together. Like, and maybe it's not even a true bad luck, but like in my head, it's factored in as bad luck. So I
Mhm.
roll them separately because it makes me feel like the odds are better.
Honestly,
It was just that moment where I rolled all 3 and it was 2, 2, 1 that I just like I had a minute. I had a moment there.
yeah, you were like fuck.
it was a brutal moment for
Yeah, no,
sure.
it's fun. And you only get right now. You only get 1 action search, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Later on, you get 2, but right now you only have 1.
Yeah, so that was the moment for Whisper. Like, oh, I almost died in 1 round. I have 3 health points left. I'm gonna get my 2nd win, and I'm gonna fucking go all out on this guy. 2, 2, 1.
It's
That was my.
it's not.
that was
It's it's the fucking most anticlimactic thing you can think of for a character that you really want to do well. It sucks.
Yeah, so that was the moment she was like, no.
I mean, that's honestly, as like a character like Whisper, I can see her like kind of getting a little bit of defeatism going on. Like, why are we bothering? What are we doing? What is the point of fighting this? They very much can and will kill us, clearly.
Yeah,
No,
I was
the-
standing in a fire.
Yeah. And honestly, we don't have backup right now. We
Mhm.
don't have.
We were on
Yeah,
our
I mean, we are. Cal Ren left. Forrest left. Like all those
Mhm.
people that might have helped with the situation. Might have helped a little bit more. What's her name? Deandra gone.
Mhm.
So like
And y'all are gonna hear about it because she feels very justified.
without the pillars too.
Yeah, pillars are still back in Cliffhaven.
We're fighting the Knights of Tiamat, and we don't have our pillars.
It was definitely something that I don't want to like give away too much of what led up to this moment, but there were instances that were hinted at for this, and it just never really clicked. And I was like, well, unfortunately, the only outcome left is Knights to Queen's Rook, and they're gonna try and take that from you.
This is the water orb too, right? Or
You don't necessarily know that there's specific
elements.
elements attached to it, but it
Okay.
is the orb that you found
From the water
in the
city.
water temple.
okay,
So, like,
Okay.
is it a water orb? It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not
it's an orb that
necessarily.
we found in the water.
Yeah,
area.
it's not specified to you, and I'm not going to give away the answer to
That's
this.
fine. Yeah.
It's just the players. You don't know that there are elemental things affixed to each dragon orb. All you know is that they are used to cement the pillars of
To their place.
of basically the celestial wheel.
Yeah.
Like they are the glue and the mortar that hold the spokes together.
You really should have left that orb with the pillars.
Or we should have
Leaving
left
the
with Calvin.
here's the problem with leaving it with the pillars, and like it makes sense for you to say that because that is their mission and that's what they're hired you to help them do.
They were all drawn.
They are dragonborn. They have an inherent weakness to the dragon orb. Now, I'm not saying that they couldn't overcome it. They're very willful and strong characters.
I did it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying there is a risk to do that. And then you saw what happened when Butcher basically abandoned all fucking reason and ate it.
And then died. Not from the or
Not,
the leg.
not that Butcher had a fucking strong grasp on reason to begin with, I'm just saying.
That dude had an intelligence of like 4.
I don't know, I'm trying to think of like what to do now with Butcher, if anything. He's like, you fucking killed him. Like, he is dead. But that's not necessarily the end for in Dungeons & Dragons, so we'll see how that goes.
Necro Dragon.
Maybe. Anyway, I think that's a good time to stop. We can kind of deal with the fallout and the reward and all that kind of stuff at a later time, next session. I think that we've all had quite the encounter here. We've learned a little bit about well, we've learned by a little bit, I mean, like, the very fact that there exists another Dragonborn in the Knights. You can assume that there's more. You can assume, like, that's up to your character individually, like what they think, how they would interpret that kind of situation. There's not it's not like Pillars of Bahamut have like 5 groups either. It's not like their group is set for anything really. It's just that's how many that you like at the moment you know of 3 main members. And there's been
Plus their leader guy.
Those are like their captains.
Well, he's not
you,
part of Pillars, right? The
Who?
leader, the guy that sent us our missions and stuff. He's not actually.
Calran.
No, sorry. Over in Ravendale.
Vakel?
Yeah, Vakel.
Vakel is the leader of the Pillars of Bahamut.
But he's not a what's the word?
Dragonborn.
Born. Yeah.
He is not a Dragonborn. And a lot of the rank and file that you guys marked up with to Ravendale from Cliffhaven in the beginning on the first episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of them weren't Dragonborn. There were Dragonborn there, but there were plenty of other races. There were plenty of anything except for elves, essentially.
Yeah.
So this is not a Dragonborn versus Dragonborn type of thing. They have vested interest in this because it is basically their life's like purpose to guard and ward and like be wardens to this ridiculously important fucking like I want to say like responsibility.
Yeah.
Like in this world, Dragonborn are basically wardens of this. Like this is their job.
Mm-hmm.
So
My dad didn't tell me anything about that.
well,
It's like I'm sheltered.
Well, you know. Just because some specific Dragonborn don't heed the call doesn't mean that that's not technically their responsibility.
That's something we can dive into.
Exactly. That's gonna be a fun little backstory for the Yuki family, and why aren't they part of the Pillars of Bahamut? Because there's not a whole lot. And like Shapash, what's her connection to all this? Because she doesn't seem to be all that connected to anything either. The closest you guys have gotten to Shapash and anything that involves this is she was looking for a treasure item that led to the Dragon Orb. How did she know about it? Where did that come from? She showed up with a bunch of lizard folk and kobolds and shit, and she tried to like rob you. Like, where did she come with that? It's a lot of questions, and it'll be fun to see how that all pans out.
I trust her.
It's a fun decision. It's a choice.
It's mine.
One decision.
I mean, there's a lot of things you guys could do from this, and the world has deviated quite significantly from what I initially had it coming for. So, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be fun. But after that, I think once again it's time to close this out. Thanks to Sirenscape for the excellent music. I think next time, in the next coming weeks, I'm going to think of a specific musical interlude that will denote a fight against the Knights of Tiamat. I think a dedicated theme song is something that they've earned.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
But yeah, Sirenscape will be a lot of fun too. I'll dive into that and see what I can find.
Can also go through the stuff from Justin Plant, our music writer.
Oh,
See
yeah,
if
on
there's
his-
a particular theme song you want from him.
On a soundscape. Yeah.
That's true. I'll look
I
into
think
that.
Kyle
now.
said we were welcome to use his stuff too, right?
Yep, and my boy
Hypertect.
Kyle, aka Hypertect, is very fun. fond of writing us stuff, just based on prompts we give him. He'll write it in 24 hours. So.
Excellent. Well, I think that's going to be a fun little thing. So look forward to that on the next time we all encounter these mischievous little Dragonborn who just show up at the worst possible times and make everyone's life a hell.
My living, breathing nightmare.
True. But down 1 for now.
Who's almost down 4 because 3 of us almost.
Oh,
not.
it's fine.
Oh.
All right. If anyone else doesn't have anything else to say, I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Probably.
Yeah.
We will see you next time at Lizards and Locations. Please look forward to it.
Waiting on you.
What do you want me to do? Oh, is there a camera spot? Oh, go home. Why are you still here?